This is Rec Room Sports. Olympians carrying the torch, going where they don't go. We ain't lost. From the optics to the topics, we got this with synopsis. Think outside the boxes like Jay on the mic or your boy K-Whit. Joe is my coach, T-Sweat on the mix. All sports, even if you catch fish like Nate Diaz catches fist. You need to catch this episode, it's a can't miss. We go live and you should subscribe and X's and O's. We made our plan, yo.
Check me out. It's the Rec Room Shorts. 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 Trending topic. It's the trending topic. It's the trending topic. It's the trending topic. What's going on, y'all? We in the building one more time, man. It's the crew for the Rec Room Sports podcast, man. We're gonna keep it live. We're gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep it funky. That's what we always do, man. So I gotta go around the table. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it, man. We got my man T-Sweat. We got my man Jay on the MIC. Jay, what's good? Hey. We got my man Coach Joy, a.k.a. Macomilly. Joe, what to do?
What's happening?
We got your boy K-Whit. You know your mama's #1 draft pick. All right, I'm going to tell you what happened, man. We got a lot to get into. We're going to jump right into it. Hey, big shouts out to my dog Kareem. Every time I hear our intro, okay, big shouts out to Great Skull. Great Skull, what it do? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to go ahead and figure out exactly how we're going to take this somewhere. Now, there's been a lot going on this week. I hate to say it, but Cowboy fans have dug another hole this season.
Villainous laugh, yo. You ain't got nothing.
We ain't got no laugh. Yes, unfortunately. Right, yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna spare them. They ain't got enough for 2 days.
I know.
Yeah,
We not
they got enough for 2 days.
Hey, y'all defense play real good though.
Yeah,
Nah, we gonna talk about the Cowboys. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
we talk about Mike. I'm gonna give them a little time.
y'all know how we do, man. Every other week, we just gonna do the trending topics, the things that's popping right now. And of course, if you know anything about sports, the sports world, the NFL, the divisional round recap is most important right now because there was a slew, a litany, a variety, a plethora of games that happened this weekend.
That boy been reading his thesaurus.
Okay, I'm telling you. But let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. One of the most important ones, in my opinion, that we saw that was like eye-catching, eye-popping, everybody was talking about immediately was Cowboys, 49ers. And of course, unfortunately, I'm not going to say of course, but unfortunately, the Cowboys took another loss in the divisional round of the playoffs to the 49ers, 12-19.
Back to back years.
Back to back.
I know
years.
that one hurt.
I mean, you know, it was drama. It was so much action. It was defense. It was almost everything we expected except for that last play, what we'll get into. Joey, what you talking about with the recap, man?
Oh man, let's go ahead with these stats real quick. All right, on the Cowboys side of the game, Dak Prescott 23 for 37 for 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 big INTs.
Wow.
He got sacked once. Ezekiel Elliott 10 carries for 26 yards, a whopping 2.6 average yards per carry. Not gonna get it done. Tony Pollard 6 for 22, went down with an unfortunate injury, high ankle sprain, and fractured fibula.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be out for 3 months. Dak Prescott 4 carries, 22 yards. CeeDee Lamb 2 carries for 6 yards. Combined together for a total of 76 yards on the ground. CeeDee Lamb through the air though, probably the only bright spot on this Cowboys offense. 10 catches for 117 yards. CeeDee really came to play. If I had to say one player on the offense that looked good, it was CeeDee.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz 5 for 27. Noah Brown 2 for 21. Everybody else not even worthy of talking. On the other side of the field, we had the 49ers. Brock Purdy 19 for 29. True game manager status, 214 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Elijah Mitchell led the way with 14 carries and 51 yards on the ground. Christian McCaffrey battling a calf injury, 10 carries for 35 yards. He had a touchdown on the ground. The only touchdown for the 49ers that they scored. Through the air, George Kittle, 5 receptions, 95 yards, and a monster play. Deebo Samuel, 4 catches, 45 yards. Jennings 2 catches, 26 yards, and Brandon Ayuk 2 catches, 26 yards. Really a defensive battle.
Really,
for the most part, if I must say. 49ers only combined for 1 sack though. Cowboys on the other side of the game, they had 2 sacks.
Now,
2 big interceptions for the 49ers that really changed the tides or really controlled the pace of the game.
The most 2 picks talked about in America history.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it was a vast difference between halves. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys. Yeah, exactly. Football is a tale of 2 halves, but I felt like the Cowboys got a little deflated when Pollard went down.
Oh yeah,
That really
That
changed
was
the
big.
game for them because honestly, they 2 playmakers all year on the offensive side of the ball has been CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard.
Right. I mean, you can count on Zeke to go in there and get you 4 yards, get you 3 yards, get you a tough 2. But you look for Tony Pollard to go ahead and bust through for like a 10-yard gain on accident, 12-yard gain on accident. And to see him go down and, when they showed that replay and he got his ankle rolled and his foot was still planted in the ground and the defensive player rolled over it, I was like, man, this is the year in which, if they don't pay him, Tony Pollard can go anywhere. Get a check.
He was gonna get broke off.
Right.
He's still gonna get broke off, but
Yeah.
the injury is gonna affect his money.
Right. The
Slightly.
injury is going to affect his money because he's going to have to. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to wait. Some large part of the offseason.
He only gonna be out for 3 months.
Really?
He fractured his fibula. He had surgery. He had tightrope surgery today.
Wow.
So he, instead of getting the screws in his ankle to stabilize it,
Right.
he elected to do a tightrope surgery.
Right.
The same type of surgery Ryan Tannehill previously had, and it has a quick turnaround.
Wow.
Oh word.
Yeah. So he's gonna be back healthy well before training camp.
Okay. So that
They saying if everything goes according to plan, 3 months he'll be back.
So that's a big shout out to Tony Pollard, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? One of the most electrifying players we've seen this season, coming down to the backfield, sharing the backfield with Ezekiel Elliott, but not only just sharing the backfield with Ezekiel Elliott, proving that he belongs on the field with the Dallas Cowboys franchise. Like, it means a lot to myself, you know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes, the underdog got to show out. And Tony Pollard definitely did. Zeke got the bag, 2 years ago? And Tony Pollard was kind of like, an afterthought. But this year, Tony Pollard showed everybody, look, man, if you give him the opportunity, he going to shine.
He really took over that backfield, in my opinion. He made a Pro Bowl, had 1,500 yards combined from scrimmage.
Yeah, all purpose,
together,
yeah.
and 12 touchdowns on the ground. So really, he was showcasing his talents was on the full display this season. Honestly, if he was healthy and he didn't get hurt, I really think the Cowboys probably cut Zeke. They still may cut Zeke. Zeke said he's willing to take a pay cut, but he might be a casualty. Mm-hmm. He might be a casualty.
I mean, the
business move.
It's unfortunate that, but running backs, the long-standing, old school, been there 10 years running back. Marshall Faulk, Emmitt Smith,
Jerome Bettis,
LaDainian Tomlinson, what I'm saying? Like that, those days are over with because, scouting has pretty much said, hey man, you can get you a 6th-round guy from out of Division II, East Michigan Tech. And he get you 800 yards on the ground. Okay. He ain't gonna be 1,000-yard rusher, but you get 2 of them boys, they be 700 yards and 500 yards apiece. That's 1,000 yards and some change combined. So that's what they're going towards.
But let's jump back into this game real quick, man. First half, it ended up tie game 9-9. Dak already threw the 2 picks.
Right.
Did
we? But did you think it was going to be anything else though?
I knew it was going to be a defensive game. I knew it wasn't going to be a shootout, just because. Basically, to me, honestly, these 2 of the top 3 defenses in the league: the Cowboys defense and the 49ers defense. All year long, these probably the 2 most physical defenses. Even though I give the 49ers a little bit more of the edge with physicality, but man, the Cowboys' defensive line is ferocious.
Yeah,
DeMarcus Lawrence was playing good football. Michael Parsons really got neutralized. If you look at the tape. Trent Williams really neutralized Michael Parsons.
Big Trent.
DeMarcus Lawrence was the one getting pressure in that backfield.
Listen, man, when I seen them show that tape of Trent Williams coming out that little car with them jeans on, I was like, man, he come to play, dog. He ain't pull up in no big body Benz. He ain't pull up in no Land Rover. He was in like a Corvette. The Corvette was on the ground. Trent Williams like 6'8". He stepped out the car, bigger than the next car. I was like, yeah, he come to play, dog. It ain't about no games. And to be real with you, what I'm saying, I want to give a big shout out to Iowa State and the Iowa State product of Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Turn relevant.
Turning relevant.
Very relevant.
One game away from the Super Bowl. Now, I would like to know when is the last time it doesn't have to necessarily be the last player, but the last quarterback in the NFL draft era went to a Super Bowl? Besides Tom, because it had one of them years it got to be Tom. Several years it got to be Tom, because Tom Brady was the last quarterback picked at one point in time. But is there another one? Because he's breaking the standard. You know what I'm saying? Somebody next year is going to get picked as the last quarterback, and they're going to go, look, can this be the next Brock Purdy? I promise you.
If you're in the right situation, that 49er situation is a great situation to be in. They ain't going to ask you to just go out here and throw for 300, 400 yards. You be handing the ball off.
Right.
Don't turn it over.
Right.
Game manage. And once we establish this run, hit them with the play action, make smart throws, accurate throws, good reads, you know. He been playing some good football, though. You know, they were 8-0 with him.
Right.
The Cowboys was getting a little bit of pressure on him.
He was doing some smart decision making.
Very defensive, man. If you just some people stylistically, they shootouts. If you were a fan of the game and you really like defense, this was the game for you to watch right here.
Yeah.
It was a defensive showcase between Dan Quinn and DeMeco Ryans, just chess match, man. Putting out good plays and defense, man. A lot of situations they was in when Dak did throw that first pick and gave him a real short field, man, the Cowboys defense held them to 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was caught, they stepped up to the plate when they needed to be, stepped up and get the job done. That first interception Dak threw, man, when on that hitch, on that comeback route, he shouldn't even threw that ball. I don't even know if he seen the player or what.
I think
he probably just hesitated.
I think that's one of those reflex plays. I know he there, but he didn't wasn't fully aware that the defender was in front of him. Something else, just speculation. You know what I'm saying? Going forward with the, Brock Purdy gaining traction in the, home in the front office and things like that. Trey Lance, he's
get healthy so we can move you.
Right, get healthy so you can be a backup. You know what I mean? Because I don't.
Well, it'll probably be a quarterback competition.
It'll be a quarterback
just because they invested so much in the Trey Lance. They
but the point is,
2-1
coming back off that knee, man. That's gonna be tough, bro.
Denied.
Hey, man.
He gone, bro.
Yeah, he's out. That's it. You think that's it?
Especially they go to the Super Bowl, and I ain't even say win it. They go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely they go to the Super Bowl because
I don't think you mess up that chemistry like that.
Get them.
We got to give a shout out to what I'm saying.
But going back to the system, we were talking about the system.
The system, man. The system.
It probably don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that if you were Shanahan, then you can give me any quarterback. Is almost like what he said. Shanahan and another coach that we're going to talk about later on in the show. Big J, how you feel about the game, bro?
Yeah, I can't get over the fact that you look like a Ricky Henderson. Okay, you just giving me Ricky Henderson vibes. I'm sorry.
Because he got the hat.
Yeah,
the hat, the shades. What's up with the shades? Though?
It's all about the next game we're going to talk about. These are my Joe Shiesty 2023 Oakley editions. So we might as well go ahead and get right into it right now. One of the other exciting games that went on this weekend was the Bills versus the Bengals. I'm talking about in Buffalo, in the weather. Outside, outside in the weather, in the elements. The Tiger King, right?
LSU graduate,
Snowborough.
You know what I'm saying? Snowborough, Snow Shiesty, Snow Chains, all of the things you want to call them. Possibly
Joe
Burr, possibly the second coming of Tom Brady, right? Rose to the occasion.
Coach Joey.
The Bengals won 27-10 and shut down an immovable object in Josh Allen, man. Joey, go ahead and give me those stats.
Oh, man, we're going to get them in stats. We're going to jump into them things. All
right.
Starting off with them Bengals.
Right.
Hailing from Cincinnati. All right, man. Joe Shiesty with 23 for 36, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Joe Mixon, 20 carries, 105 yards and 1 touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Really paced the game. 5.3 yards per carry, too. That's really impressive against that Buffalo Bills defense, who really usually is stout against the run. All right, we got Jamar Chase, 5 receptions, 61 yards and a touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 5 catches, 59 yards and a touchdown. Really carried that offense. And then on the other side of the game, we got Josh Allen, 25 for 42, 265 yards. No touchdown.
No tutties.
Interception. All right, now on the ground, we have Josh Allen with 8 carries, 26 yards, and he had the lone touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. Singletary, 6 carries, 24 yards. James Cook, 5 carries, 13 yards. That's not going to get it done, guys.
Nope.
Dawson Knox, 5 receptions, 65 yards.
Big Dawson.
Stephon Diggs, targeted 10 times, but only 4 receptions for 35 yards, and clearly frustrated on the sideline.
Not gonna do it.
And that's the tale of the tape for that game, guys.
I mean, for me, man, this was one for the ages because everybody likes to go, oh, and I'm one of them. I'm living in the moment. I'm like, it's snowing. They're in Buffalo. The Bengals don't play in the snow, but they kind of do because they're in Cincinnati. But
that's why I wasn't afraid
Bills
about
Mafia.
the weather situation.
They outside. I was looking at all my social medias outlets. They on Twitter. They on TikTok. They jumping off of tables. They pouring ketchup and mustard in people's faces and stuff. They suplexing each other. I'm like, that's a hype place to be. That's where I want to go watch a football. I don't necessarily want to see it in.
You got to be the home team.
You got to be in the spring, summer.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. Yeah, I want to see the Buffalo Bills in person, outside with Bills Mafia in the snow. I might even jump off a table. Jump on a table. but the point is, I was like, that atmosphere
jump
is something.
on a table.
Yeah, you got to jump onto a table off of like a car.
Jump off, right?
Yeah, you got to jump off of one table onto another table.
You can let the Bills Mafia Dudley Death drop you through a table or something.
Nah, I don't think I wanted to do that.
Because the Steelers lose.
Right? No, I'm not gonna do that. But the whole thing is,
what you scared you gonna have to do it because the Steelers gonna lose?
Nah, we gonna win. That's the point. But I'm gonna be afraid if I was the opposing quarterback. But Joe Burrow goes in there unshaken, unbothered, you know what I'm saying, in under unfathomable circumstances, and goes in there and puts on a show. And then not only that, we got his partner, his homie, Joe Mixon. And then Joe Mixon's big bro, aka the other homie.
A lot of Joes, man.
But no, not, and
a whole lot of Joes.
A whole lot of Joes. On top of that, we can't even forget about the unsung hero of that game, in my opinion, Samaje P. Ryan. Okay, y'all remember Samaje P. Ryan? Like somewhere in there, he showed up too because when Joe Mixon got that 150, Samaje was going in there and getting a tough 8, a tough 6. Tough 4, and of course with the weather being what it was, you know what I'm saying, they still put the ball in the air. Joe Burrow did his thing, but like I think that game was won on the ground, and those runs by Joe Mixon deflated that defense.
It did. The game was won early because look, the Bengals ain't came to play with them. They jumped on them early like 14-0. You know what I'm saying? Quick touchdown to Chase, boom,
pow.
Another touchdown, Mixon on the ground, like boom, like man, they jumped on them real quick, and the Bills could never just recover. From that,
and that's unlike the Bills.
I kind of felt like the regular season game was going to be like that too, but the unfortunate thing with Hamlin happened.
Right, yeah,
because they came
in that game. They scored a touchdown real quick on them too in that game. Look, Cincinnati not scared of nobody, man. This team is for real. People acting like they just didn't go to the Super Bowl last year,
right?
Like it was a flash in the pan. Nah, they got even
Hope
better.
Y'all got them refunds.
They secured that. Last year they didn't have an O line. They invested in an O line. Now they have an O line, a running game there.
Yeah,
injuries are limited. Not too bad, you know what I'm saying? Either the management, the defense is very underrated. They got the most underrated defense to me, in my opinion. Sam Hubbard making plays. Eli Apple, he been shaky in the past. He been making some plays lately.
Finally, Eli Apple making some plays.
They got some guys, man. They got some guys. They young. They hungry. They not scared of whoever in front of them.
Not at all.
And it's gonna be a great matchup between them and the Chiefs.
And that's a good thing that you bring that up, Joe. Their uncertainty on the offensive line. I want to say maybe like the first 4 or 5 games. And I was like, oh, look, they spent all that money on the offensive line. Joe Burrow's getting sacked. But look at him now. Okay, Joe Burrow jersey was real clean.
And they had 2 offensive linemen that didn't even play. 2 starting offensive linemen didn't play. 3 of them? 3 of them didn't even play in this game. They still came out on top like that. You know?
A lot of people, and the thing is, a lot of people, a lot of talking heads, a lot of the professionals, they always say like the offensive line is one of the most different offensive groups to solidify itself throughout the season. It's not going to be week 1. It's not going to be week 2.
Oh, yeah, it take a while.
3, 4. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. They got the reads together. They know who's coming. They got the linebackers squared away. They know what they're doing with the reads whenever the plays are changed. It took a minute, but I see that being, them turning their Achilles heel into their strength, or one of their strengths, because it also affected how Joe Mixon and Samaje P. Ryan ran that during the game as well.
I got a question real quick. Do you think we expect too much out of Josh Allen? Not expect too much, but kind of give him a lot of excuses because we feel like he
is he overhyped? Are you saying
that's a good question because we killing Dak. A lot of people killing Dak,
right?
But Josh Allen Who played worse?
He was number 2.
Who played worse?
Even in the regular season.
You know what I'm saying?
Even in the regular season.
Number 2 interception?
Yeah.
See, people giving Josh Allen some grace because of that elbow. That right elbow injury. But I mean, look, if you out there and you
that
playing,
or it just thumb.
Yeah, if you out there and you playing, you should be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? And then you have that many weapons. You know, you got Stephon Diggs, you got Davis, you got Cook in the backfield with Singletary. You a weapon running as you know what I'm saying. So it should have been.
And something going on.
More than 10 points going on.
Getting mad too much.
Diggs was frustrated because he
that's not the only game he's been mad too.
In my opinion, it's 2 things. One, that was a really good question. Dallas is in a market where they are heavily scrutinized by their own market, by everything in Dallas.
And we saw that today.
Everything and everybody.
We saw that today on
Dallas.
Twitter.
Yeah, everything. All eyes are on. But Buffalo is still, although in New York, is not in central New York, where like they might talk about the Giants and the Jets a little more. Even though they play in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the eyes are still on them from the tri-state area centrally. In Buffalo, they kind of tucked off a little bit, but Dallas, 2 things. Dak got his money, so they want him to play like he got his money. Josh Allen,
he got his money.
He's got his money, but in a sense of saying who got it first and who kind of tugged their way into the money more, they're gonna point the finger at Dak. That's just me. But I love both quarterbacks, and I honestly,
who's better, Joe Burrow or
Joe
Josh
Burrow?
Allen?
Joe Burrow or Josh Allen? Joe
Burrow, top 5 quarterback.
I say Joe Burrow too.
Joe Burrow. Who am I going to say?
Who you think?
Who am I going to say drop back and throw a pass? Joe Burrow. Who am I going to say drop back and get away? Josh Allen.
I'm going with Josh Allen because, and this is I was going to ask this question, but this is kind of the conversation is answering the question.
Okay.
I'll say Josh Allen because he doesn't have an every down back, and Joe Burrow does. Not saying that if Joe Burrow didn't have Joe Mixon, it wouldn't fly. It's just that so far he has put something together where he's throwing to multiple receivers because, of course your boy Diggs is out there. Why you just not throwing to me? Whatever he's upset about.
That's real. That's probably what he's saying. Is the funny part.
And I just think he's putting more than you're right. Hey, if you're talking about laser focus, laser focus,
like you don't see me, bro.
Yeah,
you don't see me right now.
I'm
now you want to see me open. Now you want to see me open, right? Or you on that pass? You see me open, right?
Hey, I'm old enough to remember that Keyshawn Johnson speech. Throw me the damn ball. I feel like that was it.
Yeah, but that was, and then it makes you think about the Minnesota situation. How it ended? A
lot of people were saying it's Diggs a diva. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wanted to get paid in Minnesota, didn't get paid. They traded it. Buffalo paid you, gave you a big deal. Other guys was getting their deals like DK and AJ Brown, and Buffalo went back and gave you even more money when you was talking about that a little bit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Gave
you an extension.
Wow.
But shooting Diggs some bill. I don't know if y'all seen that story where Diggs left the locker room early before the coaches dismissed it, and his teammate came and got him and brought him back in. But Diggs came out with a statement, with basically saying, "Man, if you think I'm gonna be okay with mediocre stuff, man, I know what this team capable of. We should be achieving. If you think I'm gonna just be here and be happy that we got this far, and to lose in the playoffs, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he didn't
want to win, so he dedicated to winning. So I kind of understand his perspective.
Frustration.
They were a better team. Seems like when the defense was giving them more opportunities.
Hey, they miss a Von Miller.
This is the fact. The fact of the matter is, and thank you, Joe, for saying that. The fact of the matter is,
and Hyde, right?
Yeah, they bought Micah Hyde and Von Miller. They combined those two defensive powerhouses for specifically the playoffs. Everybody knows Von Miller give you that rinky-dink offensive line, play around, for 3 quarters. 4th quarter, Von Miller put the spin move into effect, the bull rush into effect, the Reggie Wayne right arm sling. He do all of that in the 4th quarter. That he don't do none of that in the first 3. And I think specifically that's why they gave him the bag to come to Buffalo, because they knew they were going to have to face. Yeah, they knew they were going to have to face these type of quarterbacks or this type of offensive powerhouse coming into the playoffs. And in my opinion, this is what's going to make Von Miller seem more valuable in 2023-2024 season, and to a degree because of his age and his wear and tear already. This is going to be it.
I think it's getting old, man.
But I mean,
Bills got a jank just like the Cowboys.
Even though
bro.
he's going to be,
Like,
he's going to
not,
be old. He got two. Von Miller got two. I'm good.
And don't let the Bengals win this one. Like Bills done. Like I don't see them getting
the
past
AFC. Just so
it's tough.
The AFC got the most talent. You know
or the
what I'm saying?
Chiefs.
The powerhouse offenses. They all over there in the AFC, bro.
Right.
So it's like it's just gonna be a competitive. Like the Chiefs
we're going to be
win.
hearing about this type of these matchups.
It's gonna be Chiefs Bills for a while.
years.
I mean Chiefs Bengals for a while.
Right.
It's gonna be Chiefs Bengals.
And we're going to be hearing about them for a long time to
Because
come.
Josh Allen been losing against Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right.
Eli lost against Joe Burrow, so
Right.
I can't say that Josh Allen is better than Joe
They
Burrow.
need to.
I understand the team situation, but hey,
They need a second
it's
wide receiver.
fair and square. Everybody got injuries.
They need a legit receiver, a legit number 2 receiver, and they need to get that running back situation situated in Buffalo.
And I think that's the truth. They need to get that running back situation.
Well, how long have you been saying that for 3 years? They ain't got one yet.
They did go draft Cook. You know, I mean,
Cook. Yeah, they got.
They need a guy like
So
an
did
elite
Kareem.
They need the little Cook.
James Cook, number 1 pick, baby.
Baby
Can't
Cook.
wait till next season. Man.
Yo, shout out to Zoe, man.
Let's go.
Yeah,
that was the number 1 pick. Isn't it?
That was his first round pick.
He was the second.
Oh,
no, that
first
was the
pick
second
in
pick
the first
overall.
round.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, what? Baby Cook?
Yep. And although it didn't pan out, that still was a good pick. Hey man, we're gonna go keep it moving. We got the next game. This was a sleeper. I thought it was gonna be a competitive matchup, but
I did.
unfortunately,
Right.
Yeah, I was very wrong about this.
yeah, I was wrong about
Down
this.
goes the Giants.
Right.
I was loving that, man.
Listen, Giants 7, Eagles 38. Jalen Hurts shows everybody that he can come back and still move the ball. He can still throw the ball down the field. And Daniel,
Shots fired at me.
yeah, you know,
was very wrong.
Danny Dimes, Danny down. Danny didn't do it. Unfortunately,
Damn, Daniel.
Danny didn't do it.
yeah, Danny didn't do it.
You got a hashtag though.
Right. So Giants 7, Eagles 38. Joey, what them stats look like for that
Oh man,
one, bro?
Jalen Hurts 16 for 24, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground, Philly were doing what they do best, run that ball.
12
12 carries
carry.
for Kenneth Gainwell for 112 yards and a touchdown, 9.3 average on the ground. 17 carries for Miles Sanders, 90 yards, almost had 200-yard rushes.
Ooh.
Jalen Hurts, 9 carries, 34 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Boston Scott, the third back, 6 carries, 32 yards, and he had a tutty.
Right.
All right, we got Devontae Smith, 6 receptions, for 61 yards and a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 5 catches, 58 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Brown with a quiet night, but they really ain't need him like that.
Nah.
3 catches for 22 yards. All right. On the other side of the ball, G-Man. Daniel, you going to get lowballed in your contract, my boy.
Damn,
Oh, man.
15 for 27, no touchdowns,
Not
1
now.
interception for 135 yards.
Saquon.
Saquon Barkley, 9 carries, 61 yards.
Saquon.
6.8 yards average for Saquon, so I ain't too mad at you, Saquon. They could have ran you more.
Right.
But I guess when you getting beat down like that, you got
You gotta
to run.
put that ball in the air when you losing like that.
Daniel Jones, 6 carries, 24 yards on the ground. Matt Breida, 4 carries for 23 yards and a
Big shout out to
touchdown.
Matt Breida.
Only
Why?
touchdown on the ground.
Yeah, because he was out there. You know, he tried.
Richie James, 7 carries, 51 yards. Saquon, 2 carries, 21 yards. Everybody else had a 1 catch, man.
Give
Not
Matt
worth
Breida
even
some
talking
shouts,
about.
man.
I'm loving this.
Philly dominated from top to bottom, from beginning to end of
Absolutely.
this game.
Not that
man.
part, but
I want to throw this one out right here,
Throw it
man.
out. You want to throw the game out?
Is Saquon Barkley not Saquon Barkley like we thought he was Saquon?
Nah, he is.
Oh,
It's
he
just
is.
the Philly
That was
defense.
just that
bro.
D line.
keep him
It's just
before I
the
keep
Philly
Zeke.
The man had 6.8
absolutely.
yards,
Ah, yeah,
averaging
that's
a carry in this game against them boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying that because first of all, let me tell y'all something. I'm a huge Saquon Barkley fan. I think the young man is very talented. I've heard him speak. He's very good at orating his thoughts when it comes to certain things. But what I like to see is him progressively put in situations where he can win. It looked like they just kept giving him the ball. And look, man, hey, look, it's 3rd and 8. We want you to get all 8 of these yards. What, that didn't work. Like it didn't work this
That
time.
was just a top
I feel like
5
they ain't give him the
defense,
ball
man.
enough.
And I mean, yeah, by the time the score was somewhat lopsided, you know what I'm saying? They was giving them the ball, and I felt like they were trying to create the magic that should have been created in the first half and the second half.
So
But
many
if-
3 and outs. Some boys going 3 and out.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just by the time it was like, you know, you have to throw the ball. They were trying to get Saquon involved. Like, it's obvious, man. We in a shotgun. Guess what we're gonna do? Throw him out to the flat. What are you gonna do? Throw it to Saquon. Saquon go get tackled after he gets 2 yards. Come on, bro. Like,
Well coached team, man.
well,
The
that
Eagles
Philly
got some
D-line,
good
bruh,
coaches.
just
man.
got so much on that D-line.
you know what I
I
think
must
they
say
miss? You know what I think they miss? And is actually prevailing.
Lawrence Taylor.
Oh wow, not that. I feel like they miss Kadarius Toney. Because
Why
Kadarius
would
Toney
you even trade him? The coaches must have been beefing with him, but
right.
because why would you
Kadarius Toney is
Yeah,
a
why?
Swiss Army knife type player.
don't play Galladay? You paying him?
Right.
Galladay
I
getting
would
paid
like
to
to play
sit
the
on the
Chiefs
bench.
without that
But
guy.
Galladay getting such a big bag to
Like
not even
catches
be
all season.
playing,
Hold
bro.
on a second.
The whole thing was Kadarius Toney is we're not gonna compare him to Debo or somebody like Brandon Ayuk, but he's on that same level of where you could put him dang near anywhere and create matchups.
He kind of like a Hill.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill.
He kind of like a Tyreek Hill.
A bit like a miniature.
I gotta see some more from him, but he
Yeah,
good. He
Debo-
good.
Debo-
He put like this next year in that
Debo,
Chiefs
Brandon
offense
Ayuk.
would give him a whole all season with the Chiefs. They're gonna be using him like crazy.
Yeah.
next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Using
could tell
him like
that
crazy
they was
next
using
year.
him more for sure.
Right, and we're gonna talk about them shortly coming up. But okay,
What?
check this out. Is
$75 million, yo.
who?
Galladay contract.
This is what $75 million to get you right there.
What's we got? Who got
Big
to say?
money.
But Galladay ain't even.
6
I don't even know if Galladay hit
receptions, 81 yards.
Wow.
Shit, that's it. 6 receptions,
That was-
81 yards,
that
and
game?
1 touchdown.
That game?
Wow.
No,
Just
the
period.
season.
Oh,
Period.
They been beefing with
All
Galladay
year.
too. Hey,
oh.
yeah, something is going on in the
With the wide receiver room.
Yeah, we need to take a look into the room.
Yeah,
man.
that's the
See
thing.
what we got going on. Yeah, that's very
You
sad.
know who they need?
6
They need Landry.
receptions,
They need
81 yards.
Oh yeah.
They need
75
Jarvis Landry?
They need Juice Landry, so he can go there. We don't pay. Look, remember Juice Landry with the.
It's contagious,
with the
bruh.
It's contagious, man. Look at how we do
Nah,
it,
they
y'all.
they definitely need to draft a wide receiver in their first round.
You know, I know who needs.
They need Odell Beckham. That's what they need.
Wow, that
If
was
he
what
was
you
healthy, they
going
probably was gonna scoop him up. But
They
Odell just wasn't
need,
healthy.
Steve Austin.
Stone Cold.
Somebody
No.
need to
Yeah,
stun some
Lopez?
people. He need to go stun
No.
some people in the front office.
I'm talking about the other Steve Austin.
Oh, okay, Stone Cold.
Never mind. I'm showing
The
my
$1 million man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got
Who?
you. Oh, never mind.
Wow. Yeah.
The Bionic Man.
Let's-
Stone Cold.
Iceman.
Anyway,
No.
I don't know why y'all waiting on me. I don't know who y'all talking
$1
about.
million belt. You got to be a wrestling fan.
anyway, so you know what I'm saying. This
Let's
right
talk
here.
about the game we really want to talk about.
Wait, last question. Last question about this game. Are we giving Jalen Hurts the MVP for the season?
No, Mahomes gonna get it. Unfortunately, because Hurts got hurt them last 2 games, they gonna give it to Mahomes.
Oh,
Mahomes gonna win it, but Hurts gonna finish 2 and voting.
Okay.
But yeah,
cool, calm, and collected. Jalen
Mahomes with
Hurts.
41 passing touchdowns,
Yeah.
almost 5,000.
A lot-
He led the league in passing yards.
And
They
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie,
give it. They gonna give it to Mahomes.
his highlight reel
They
from
gonna
this
give it to
season
Mahomes.
looks like somebody's like all-time highlight.
But
reel
Jalen
with
would be
the-
worthy
with
of it.
the-
I think he
with
might
the-
win. Jalen might win offensive rookie of the year. They usually don't never get an MVP and offensive player of the year to the same person.
Yeah.
So if they give MVP probably to Mahomes, which he probably will win, they probably give offensive.
Yeah, offensive
Player of the year. Either go to Justin Jefferson or either go to Hurts. One of
Justin
those two.
Jefferson.
That's Jefferson 1800 receiving yards.
Shout out to Matt Time.
Receiving yards.
Shout out to Matt Time and Will.
Yeah.
But, gang.
Hey, one more thing with them Eagles. Hey, look, Eagles, this y'all year to get it done because next year
Gang.
y'all don't have a lot of
Gang.
money to pay everybody that's free agents. I've been looking at the top 50 free agents coming up available, and 15 of them from Philadelphia Eagles, bro. Y'all not gonna be able to pay everybody.
Can't pay
y'all
them.
real good. You already know how the league
It's
goes.
the
When you
time,
real
man.
good. People want to pay the players that's on your team that's coming available. So
This is the all.
It's the time for y'all to get it done, Philly.
All in season for
it's
Philly.
the time
right
for y'all
here.
to get it done.
Put your chips in the middle, Philadelphia.
Somebody throwing a bag at Bradbury.
Big-
Somebody
big-
gonna throw a bag
big
at
shouts out
Hargrave.
to our
Somebody throwing a bag
supporters.
at Quinn. Somebody throwing a bag at a lot of players that y'all got coming up, man.
Hey man, big shouts out to our supporters down there at Philly Special 50-cent Wing Day on Tuesday.
Not to mention y'all gotta pay Jalen Hurts sooner or later. His contract coming up.
Dean was really good. You know what I'm saying? Big shouts out
Philly
to
Special.
Philly Special, my peoples. You know,
Hey,
what I'm
Shout out to Dean too.
Hey, they got some new flavor wings
Dean
too.
and
I ain't know
Amen.
if y'all
Got some
seen them.
bomb
Boy, got like
flavors.
10 new flavors.
Ooh, we got to
I
go.
tried one. It's called a John.
The John.
The John.
Like
is
the Philly.
Like, yeah, it's called the John. That's the new flavor.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
shouts
And
out
it's
to my
busting
family.
too.
Big shouts out to
They
all
got
my
some
family
lemon
in
lime
Philly.
pepper. They got some hot honey lemon pepper. Hey, they got all kinds of new flavors.
Hey, do it.
Push up on them on Tuesdays and Fridays, man. $5.
For sure, man.
$5. What?
50
50-cent wings.
50-cent
Excuse me.
wings.
For $5, you get 10 of them things.
All that.
Well, check this out. Now we're gonna go to that last game. We're gonna let my
Who
dog.
played in that one, bro?
Oh man, dang.
We gonna let Sweat narrate this. It was a good game though. I ain't
Jags. Oh.
Cardiac Cats, them boys came to play. They gonna be straight. They gonna be straight in the future.
Yeah, they got a long way to go.
Boy, no, they don't. They got a couple more pieces to add, and that's it.
What is it? 2027, right?
Yeah, 2027.
2027. Jags, Chiefs. I'm seeing the future right before my eyes for you, Sweat, and I'm gonna let you talk about
It is now. It's not the future. He was always the Jags. He we was always the Jags. I'm tired of hearing that.
Listen, bro.
We was there for a reason.
Y'all was listen.
We just fell short.
Agnew.
One.
It was Agnew's fault.
Definitely.
It's
Ooh,
Agnew.
Jesus.
It's
one
Agnew.
play away. Really, in my
Bruh.
mind, one play away. Yeah, kick them stabs, Joe.
Hey man, Trevor Lawrence, T-Law,
Yeah.
24 for 39, 2017 passing yards, 100,
Sunshine.
one touchdown, one interception.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne Jr., the Clemson connection, 10
The
carries,
hand
for
dog.
62 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Jermichael Heisty, 4 carries, 36 yards. Trevor
Jermichael.
Lawrence, 3 carries for 26 yards.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Zay? Zay Jones, 5 receptions, 83 yards. Christian Kirk, 7 receptions, 52 yards and a touchdown.
Was it Christian Kirk that got take out the game?
He got a little hurt.
He was hurt a little bit. He
that-
came back though. My boy came back.
Hey,
Because that
I
receiver
don't even know
was-
how to pronounce Buddy's name, but he was balling on the defensive side of the ball. 14 tackles for
Who?
your side. Olakun, I don't even know, man.
Yep.
That's your buddy's.
Oh,
Yeah.
you talking about
Yeah.
Luca?
Okay, yeah, he was
Olakun?
balling out. He was balling out.
How you say it?
Olakun?
Oh no,
From the
he's
Falcons.
played for the man. You put me on. Aloy.
Aloykin. That's it.
Yeah,
Aloykin.
he was balling out, man. 14
Shout out to
total
my
tackles.
dog. I love you.
Olakun.
On the other side of the ball, Patrick Mahomes, Patty, 22 for 30, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Project
Didn't
Pat.
get sacked once. And the backup, Chad Henne, came in when Patty got hurt. He played pretty good. 5 for 7, 23 yards and a touchdown. He
Oh,
didn't
you
get
missed
sacked
that
either.
pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco, 12 carries, 95 yards,
Pacheco.
7.9 yard average carry on the ground.
Big shout out to Project Pat, man.
Jerick McKinnon, 11 carries for 25 yards. Travis Kelce, 14
That's what it was.
receptions
Oh
on
my
17
God.
targets,
Oh
98
my God.
yards.
He's
2
unstoppable.
touchdowns, 2 tutties.
He's unstoppable.
Listen,
man.
man. Listen.
They
When
keep like we. It was like we wasn't like
the
I'm
dump-
just letting y'all know right now.
The silly
like
thing-
he's just
That's my
unstoppable.
second
bro.
round pick in every fantasy draft next year. Travis
Travis
Kelce.
Kelce.
He's just unstoppable.
Listen,
dog.
bro.
You
You
got
know right now, I'm stacking Mahomes and Kelce on in every draft for next
Word.
year, bro. I'm stacking them.
It's ridiculous the fact, and this is me, and I watch a lot of football, I watch a lot of coverage,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of replays.
Right.
I go back and look at it on
Yeah.
YouTube and stuff.
right.
It's funny how somehow I think in my mind, hey man, ain't that Travis Kelce? And then he chip, block, he'll hold the lineman for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And really
He just times it perfect.
he has a really good affinity for looking like he ain't about to do nothing.
Right.
And then he turn around and go for 12. He catch the ball, go for 12 yards.
You
Yeah.
find the soft spot in the zone.
Right. He
Like they was
see
frying
right
our
there.
defense up. Like our defense played good that game. Bro. Like
Yeah, they did.
He's just unstoppable. Like for real, because they just it's so on point. Like Andy Reid got them so on point.
Right.
It's something that they do right when he scramble.
Right.
The whole team go the
Everybody
opposite
knows-
way.
yeah, everybody turn
but it's so
around.
hard for a defender to like just stop it on the dime. Like they know what they're doing.
And
We don't know what they're doing.
As our resident DB, like you know how it's a difficult thing for you to stop it and chase the guy in the other direction.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's what they do. It just they improvise real good.
Right.
That's probably the best team in the league at improvising on a play.
Improvising and
Because a lot of them plays be like covered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to get out the pocket. They got to go a different direction. Then they open.
and
You
then
know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna say this: like if you go look at some of Patrick Mahomes' Project Pat's passes from this season,
Yeah.
it's-
Matter of
it's
fact, that's why he hurt his ankle though.
Project Pat.
Why he keep saying Project Pat?
Listen, when he played like he thugging, when he thugging like he was, like I forgot who it was. I think it was Jared McKinnon. He was about to get sacked. He basically flicked the ball over the lineman's head to
Right.
Jared McKinnon.
I guarantee you he wasn't there.
No,
The
Jared
play, he wasn't there. Like his route was not
No,
there. He
it
came
wasn't.
back.
He came back, and then
he gave it some.
No, he was watching. He was watching
Exactly.
Pat run
Exactly.
like I'm about to run into the end zone. But he flicked it to him, and he stood there. He said, "Oh snap!" One
I got a
step.
lot of green.
No, he took 2 steps. He was in the end zone. He was like, "Oh snap!"
Oh, you talking about that play? Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like, "Oh snap! I'm in the end zone."
It looked like he was over the line, but I ain't
They
gonna
just
talk about
got such a
it.
great rapport.
Yeah, that one. The one that looked like he was going over the line. But I mean, the thing is, that come from 2 things, and we got to give it. We're gonna keep it going. Andy Reid does not get enough credit about how well his teams have played, and let's take it all the way back to the
Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles
Yeah.
with Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
You know,
Michael
Westbrook,
Vick, too.
Brian Westbrook. Michael
Deshaun
Vick,
Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Like we can
Terrell
name,
Owens.
Terrell Owens.
we can name players. What's my man name?
Big Red, that
Freddie Taylor, not Freddie Taylor. Freddie.
What's the
He was
Zach Ertz?
no,
No.
oh my bad.
Did he have
Freddie
Zach
Mitchell?
Ertz?
Freddie Mitchell. Another one. Like,
Todd
it's-
Stinkston.
Todd
Sorry,
Stinkston.
I'm sorry.
Right, it's so many players. And we can't forget about the only Dallas in the playoffs right now. Dallas Goddard. Right now, I'm telling you, he has a way of getting players.
Those guys play right now though.
Yeah, no, Philly's playing, but yeah, Dallas Goedert was under Andy Reid at one point.
No, he wasn't.
A long time ago.
I
think it was Zach Ertz though. I might be wrong about that. I might be wrong.
Dallas Goedert came in on the tail end of Zach Ertz, like right before Zach Ertz. So he was probably
like.
I want to say they had Selleck and Ertz.
That's who it was.
And then Ertz. You talking about Selleck?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Dallas Goedert is still the only Dallas in the playoffs. Anyway, but the point is, man, for real, we got to give him some credit, man. Andy Reid takes, I'm not gonna say nothing and turns it into something, but he makes stars out of his position players, and I'm not. And
everybody just want to play for them. They got so many weapons.
I watched Travis Kelce on the Pat McAfee podcast, and he basically, without saying that he wouldn't do it, he said, "I'm not playing for another coach." Period.
Oh, Andy Reid ain't going nowhere.
That's kind of like that signal. Like when my contract is up, he get another ring. Why Travis Kelce gonna play no more? And then when it goes down, like to the best receiving tight ends ever, if we ain't talking about Gronk or Travis Kelce in a little bit, I don't know who else we're going. I mean, of course you got to throw Tony Gonzalez in there.
Yeah,
you got to throw Antonio Gates in there. Somebody from another generation behind us is going to say Kellen Winslow Sr. But seriously though, right now, if it ain't
Kelce
Gronk,
the best right
if it ain't Gronk and
I
Travis
think
Kelce,
Kelce better than Gronk.
It ain't Gronk.
I think Kelce better than Gronk.
It's Kelce.
Oh, ain't not. Let's put a little. Ain't
Oh,
nothing
like all
healthy.
time?
Ain't nothing like healthy.
You talking about all time?
Arm sleeve looking like Megatron Gronk. What?
I feel you on that, but Kelce don't never get hurt. It's like you gotta Gronk. You gotta. Is he gonna play? Is he hurt?
Yeah, to shoot
100%.
Gronk.
Kelce don't get hurt.
Because Kelce
I only
plays.
seen Kelce get hit one time when Derwin James body slammed him.
Oh, Derwin James body slammed him.
Oh yeah.
Besides that, it's like nobody don't even be tackling this man. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce go down on his own.
Elusive.
Yeah, he's elusive for that guy's size. So let's go ahead and keep it rolling. We're gonna talk about the NFL Conference Championship matchups. 2 big games coming up, and then we are on to the Super Bowl, fellas. 49ers, Eagles, Bengals, Chiefs. Let's go ahead and get those picks. Tell us why. Switch, you go first. We're gonna talk about Eagles, Niners. Who you got?
I got the Bengals.
I said Eagles, Niners, fool.
Oh, you talking about that game?
Yeah,
My bad,
one.
man. My bad.
Eagles, Niners.
Eagles, Niners.
It's tough. Toss up.
Until this moment, I was saying 49ers, but I'm gonna say Eagles, man.
Tell me why.
Home field advantage.
Home field.
Yeah.
Great reason.
Simple as that.
Great
I ain't
reason.
got no other answer for you.
Jay, who you got, man? 49ers, Eagles.
Yo, 49ers defenses travel well. I think 49ers defense is gonna probably play the best game of the season.
That's deep.
The season
That's
because just what they're going against. Kyle Shanahan, for some reason, with him having Garoppolo, then having Trey Lance, then having Purdy, there was a running was always consistent in the system. Mm-hmm. Running was always built on running. Mm-hmm. Even with Debo, like I said, the little screens, the little smoke patterns they throwing, they are ready for all of that I think Philly has for them, has in store. Mm-hmm. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have to win it from the pocket.
Yeah, hey.
Which I'm not saying he can't do, but
that's gonna be interesting. Is he gonna be able to get these third down runs for first down?
Fred Warner ain't no joke, man. Whether in real life on the video game,
that's gonna be tough.
And then supporting, all of these.
Warner on the ball every play, like it don't matter. Like,
hey, that play he did in coverage though, bro,
against CD.
Crazy,
how?
That was crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it was perfect. He didn't pass interference at all.
I don't know if they paid him yet, but if they
gonna pay him,
he about to be
he
about to take over Roquan with the highest linebacker.
The 49ers went from 2 really good linebackers. I can't think about
Navarro Bowman,
Navarro and Patrick Willis. And now look at the 2 they got now. Greenlaw and
they just recruit. I mean, Lynch gonna find them defensive players.
Oh yeah, first of all, it's John Lynch back there. Watching you play, John Lynch know what a good defense. John Lynch know what a good linebacker look like because
old machine in that office for sure.
For sure.
Hey, but me, man, I'm going with Eagles.
Okay.
I've been breaking. Look, I've been studying it. All right, check it out.
Yo, big shots.
49ers with key injuries. Christian McCaffrey is hurt right now, guys.
He's not hurt.
Y'all seen him? That calf is giving him problems. He only He was real limited, and he basically turned into a third down back in the second half against the Cowboys.
Mitchell played a lot.
Mitchell played a lot. Mitchell
McCaffrey
ran more than him. You know what I'm saying? And Mitchell hurt too. Mitchell got an injury as well.
He does.
So both of their running backs right now are pretty hurt. They gonna play, of course. It's the NFC
pretty
Championship.
hurt.
But they gonna play, of course. It's the NFC Championship, but I don't know how effective they're gonna be. A lot of people aren't talking about how historically good this Philadelphia Eagles defense is. Okay, they have 70 sacks on the season, guys. 70 sacks. Only two teams in NFL history has more than them. The fearsome foursome of the Vikings with 74, and the I don't even know what the nickname they call the Chicago Bears with Refrigerator Perry. They had 72.
85 Bears.
The 85 Bears. Like, this team gets after the quarterback like none other.
Much.
And they had some injuries on the D line. Like, they probably would have broke the record if they didn't have as many injuries. Philly, Trent Williams is like the best offensive lineman ever.
Trent.
He only can block one person, bro. So whoever he blocks, okay, Robert Quinn on that side, he gonna take him away. But I mean, you got Sweat, you got Hargrave, you got Fletcher Cox. Like,
that's Hargrave from us.
Yeah, that's Hargrave from South Carolina State.
So whoever on the other side, they gonna eat. I really feel like Kettle and Ushchek always block, but I feel like Kettle really gonna be forced to be a blocker this game and not as more effective.
Did y'all see that awesome catch?
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing.
That's another thing. They the number one passing offense. I mean defense. Number one passing Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look,
thing.
so now you got Bradbury on one side, you got Darius Slay on the other side. They have no weakness on this defense. Is what I'm trying to get to.
What's the white dude on Blankenship? I want to say
Blankenship.
Might be
Blankenship. He's dope too.
So man, like, look, man,
he was making a lot of plays.
Purdy gonna have to throw it. Because I think both of the teams you're not gonna run on the 49ers, and you really not gonna run on the Eagles like that neither. So it's gonna come down to the quarterback's gonna have to win it, and then Slay on Debo, Ayuk with Bradbury gonna be interesting matchups to watch. I really feel like Eagles gonna have an advantage because of the pass rush. I'm gonna go Eagles. Eagles by 10 or 14, man.
Oh man,
at home.
Oh,
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. We gonna man. They got a tight end. Hey, I feel like they just loaded on both sides of the ball. They just got too much. 49ers has been a good run, but it's going to end right now because 19 points not going to get it done against Philly.
Listen to me closely, okay? These things are happening before our very eyes, okay? What's happening is the transpiring of quarterbacks in the NFL is changing. We're watching what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy, right? And of course, right now the money line is plus 125. Let's try it again. There we go. Thank you for the time. The money line is plus 125 for San Francisco and minus 150 for Philly. Okay, the spread is 2.5 right now. 2.5. You know how that is? 3 points in Philly's favor. 3. Okay, I see that possibly happening. I'm talking like 20-17, 14. I'm not even talking about no big game. I'm talking about it being real close. 10-13. I'm talking San Francisco right now. I'm putting my money on it. I'm telling you, it's close. And real talk, Brock Purdy, Iowa State's golden boy. We never saw it happen in our lives. Is going to upset somebody from Alabama. Well, technically from Oklahoma, because you mentioned it earlier off camera that the Iowa State Oklahoma game was huge.
They played each other already.
You know, it was huge, and all they did was
40-something to 40-something.
Right, and at the time,
Brock Purdy outdueled him too.
Yeah,
and
Brock Purdy at that time, you know, was the unsung, unknown quarterback in that game, and he played against Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's going to put on that same moxie, that same drive, that same passion, and wield his 49ers team. Notice how I say his, because the team is his now. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah,
he gonna wield them boys to a victory.
They believe in him now,
and I'm looking forward to
Bradbury gonna be waiting.
But look, but what I'm saying, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. The whole point is, let's watch where Shanahan uses McCaffrey and Debo at random, because that 21 personnel that they got, where they got Juszczyk, Kettle, Debo and McCaffrey, and then they go. They put one in the motion.
It's gonna be a heavy Debo game because McCaffrey
kind of be the one.
But he kind of hurt.
But you see how they put McCaffrey in for like a 23-yard pass, a 23-yard run here, one run there. It's not that much. You don't need McCaffrey that much. You need him like 3 or 4 times, and that's it.
You need him.
He did.
If he was available more, they would have played him more. You know what I'm saying?
But
in this game, they gonna need a lot of McCaffrey and a lot of
he letting that ankle rest. He doing that Bruce
AJ
Lee.
Brown.
He doing that Bruce Lee I Ching right now. Just like he got it on ice.
All that.
All that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that game. But I'm definitely going with the Eagles by 3. I'm talking 13-10. I'm talking 17-14, 20-17. Really close. It's gonna be on the legs of the kicker. Either way, in my opinion, it's going to be on the legs of the kicker, but I'm going with the 49ers pulling it out, man.
Say this, they let CeeDee Lamb get 10 catches, 117 yards. They have 2 CeeDee Lambs. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, bro.
I don't think
Can't contain one. You couldn't contain
twice.
one receiver with nobody else. Like, who's scared of Michael Gallup? No disrespect to these guys. Michael Gallup and these guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Noah Brown. You can't stop one receiver. They have 2 receivers and an elite tight end. And a Miles Sanders. And they got a lot. They got a lot more. I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles year to come up out there. Out of the NFC.
George Kittle. Don't forget about George Kittle. All right, so
we got 3 Eagles and 1 49er. Okay.
Yeah, let's go, man. So we're gonna go to the next game. Bengals Chiefs. This is the one that we all want to see because this is really the future meets the future. I don't know if that's like the close future plus the distant future. Like Patrick Mahomes
Patrick
now.
Mahomes is the Aaron Rodgers of this generation.
He's
right
gonna
now.
get that one Super Bowl, and he's gonna be great. He's gonna seem great forever.
That's what I'm seeing.
Okay,
right now.
and then we got, of course, Joe Burrow, who's technically everybody's coding as Tom Brady.
I can't wait to see this.
So we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way around the table. Joe, who you got? Bengals, Chiefs. Let's see.
Now, this a hard one. This is a hard one for me. I really want to see how healthy Patrick Mahomes' ankle is. That high ankle sprain. I'm amazed he played on it last week. Came back in the game. I ultimately think the Bengals get the job done. Joe Burrow is 3-0 versus the Chiefs. Very close competitive games when they played them. Bengals was the team to put them out last year.
Yeah.
Put them out again this year, man. Bengals in a close win, a shootout.
Shootout. Let me get him. Y'all remember that? Soulja Boy?
Yeah.
Soulja Boy was the first person to put his song in the middle of the playoffs. All right, anyway, go continue.
All right, for me. I don't know.
My bad. I ain't give you the sound. What was the stat again?
Soulja Boy? Yeah, Soulja Boy was the first person to put his song out about the shootout in the playoffs in like 10 years ago. Y'all forgot about that. Continue. Go. Continue. Y'all don't know what Soulja Boy does it first. Y'all don't, come on, man. Everybody knows Soulja Boy is the little joke. Soulja Boy did it first.
All right. Man, I don't want to say the Chiefs. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'm going Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals, man. Simply because I think all phases of the game. I don't know how healthy they'll be on that line, but throughout all phases there, I think they're the better team. I think they are the better team. That's simple as that. Simple as that.
Our better team. Sweat.
Bengals, man.
Right.
LSU all day, baby.
Oh yeah, that's what you going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy,
Jamar
and Joe. I myself also. I'm gonna go with. Here we go again. The money line, of course, is minus 125 plus 105 for Kansas City, and I'm looking at the spread. The spread is basically 1.5 in Kansas City's favor. Underdog, and of course, everybody knows the last 3 times that Joe Burrow was underdog in these divisional playoffs, he came out on top. I'm going with my man Joe Burrow, okay? Cincinnati, okay? 1.5, 1.5 points. So we're gonna go more so the money line with this one. Maybe not the points because I think this one is gonna go way farther in terms of the money, in terms of the points. Okay, so I'm saying what? I'm saying probably point wise, we talking a whole touchdown on this one, whole touchdown, maybe even more. But in my opinion, we're gonna go ahead and take Cincinnati. I see, and this is what I want to look at. Last week it was a heavy run saturated play calling because of the weather. Kansas City is historically not as good against the run. So if we got Samaje Perine, and if we got Joe Mixon with these dink and dunk plays coming out in their 21 personnel, where they are also dangerous, where they doing that single back formation, they got Joe Mixon out there mixing it up. You got the play action here. You draw them in with the play action, of course, and then boom, Joe Burrow over the top, Jamar Chase. Here we go, bam, several times throughout the 4 quarters. I'm really looking at the Bengals to go ahead, seal the deal, make it their second time returning to the Super Bowl in a row. Nobody thought they could do it at the beginning of the season, but they're going to pull it off. And then somehow, some way, in my opinion, we end up with a Niners-Bengals Super Bowl, reminiscent of like what I think is like Super Bowl 18 or 15 or something like that.
It's not going.
I just saying.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see the coaching in this one, man. I'm ready to see the play calling by Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. I'm ready to see the play calling by Zach Taylor, man. Probably one of the most underrated coaches in the league. We really miss you from the Rams, bro. We really miss you, Zach Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to see what just the play calling and the dueling of the offensive minds, because I already know. Remember when the Chiefs did that little spin around the spin-a-rooney?
Yeah. And
we're going to see some good stuff. We're going to see some stuff we ain't seen that they had tucked away, that they had in the lab creating right now, cooking up. We're going to see some stuff, man, on both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball.
And the jambalaya.
And
oh, man.
T. Higgins been kind of quiet lately. I think he have a pretty good game.
He has a big game.
You know, everybody focus on Jamar Chase, but, man, you just don't realize how many weapons that they have.
Right.
We got Boy, T. Higgins, Hurst, the underrated tight end.
Right.
Hurst, so I'm just ready to see everybody get utilized. I think Kadarius Toney has a big game. He gets more utilized. I think Juju jumps on the scene. He was kind of quiet last game. I think we're gonna see a lot of good stuff, man.
And you know, they secretly use Juju as a tight end too. Like nobody knows. So I mean, in the end, I'm really excited. I'm more so excited about the second game, the Cincinnati and Kansas City, than the first game. But at the same time, this is what we've been waiting on. Everybody knows how big we are here on the show. We're getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl. I can't wait it. I'm like giddy with excitement, because right after that, the Super Bowl, and then we got the announcement that we've all been waiting for. Who's going to be performing at the Super Bowl? None other than the billionaire dollhouse of Rihanna. Am I excited to see Rihanna in the Super Bowl? Maybe a little bit. Do I think she's going to bring out A$AP Rocky? She might as well. I want to see A$AP Rocky.
She's going to bring out T.I. probably.
She probably. Who else?
Live your life.
Yeah. We got to make that one happen. This is the king, homie.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what song she's going to perform.
It's going to be like an anthology, man. I think it's going to be
or sprinkle a little bit of everything.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring Hove out.
Right.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
She
Hove. She with Hove.
Yeah, she might be. Yeah, she probably will bring Hove out.
Chris Brown be through the hook.
Never. They cancel Chris Brown every time. I'm so mad about that.
They're probably gonna give her creative control over that. She might. It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be something we ain't expect in there.
She might do that, Janet Jackson.
And I think she should bring out her boyfriend / man, A$AP Rocky.
But they ain't got no song together.
But you should still bring out A$AP Rocky. Let him do his song.
Somebody gotta watch the baby, man.
Somebody gotta watch the baby.
You think Jay-Z got her back to this stage?
Man.
I don't know.
Nigga, what's the name of the song?
Bring out Drake.
That's my problem.
That song she had with Drake.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
They bring out Drake.
They
bring out Drake.
What's my name?
Yeah. She ain't came out with an album in a minute now.
She
probably gonna have a new song. She debut out there and all.
Listen, man, Savage. Yeah. Shout out to all my ladies, all my fellas. If you don't know, fellas, about your lady and some Savage Fenty, please look it up.
Well, speaking of the ladies, you got Babyface and pregame. Yeah, it's gonna be Babyface and oh man.
Yeah, look it up right quick. Look it up. It's an old school. Word. It's an old school opening. You know, that's always a big deal. Like 2 hours before the Super Bowl, they always had that big concert outside.
I'm ready to see the commercials.
Oh my God, yes, the commercials for the Super Bowl are always stupendous. The Doritos commercials are always killer.
I think I want to see.
Should cut a commercial.
I want to see.
We should.
I want to see Bengals Eagles, man.
You said we want to see Bengals Eagles?
Yeah.
That'll be the most electrifying. I think
it'd be boring.
I think Chiefs Eagles would be logical.
Yeah, it'll be Chiefs Eagles would be.
Long as the Eagles make it, it's gonna be.
I think that's what they want.
High scoring.
Yeah, I think that's what they want.
But the 49ers gonna physical it up and make it real tough. You know.
Yeah. Tough 49ers football. Tough 49ers football.
We shall see though.
High flying, a lot of passing Cincinnati. That's somehow, some way. I want Cincinnati. Last year was exciting when they was playing against LA. It went down to the wire almost.
I mean that
was a good
offensive pass interference by Higgins that didn't get called, man.
Oh yeah, that was touchdown. Absolutely.
We should have dragged them, boy.
I know. Coach Joey.
I thought the fix was in. I was like, what?
Coach Joey feels some type of way.
We overcame that though.
It was so obvious.
We overcame that.
Did you find it?
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton?
It's gonna be.
Oh wow, I love Chris Stapleton.
There's gonna be a lot of people involved in this actually.
I love Chris Stapleton, right?
Arizona.
I heard of the name.
That name, Chris Stapleton, is hard. Go look it up.
Word.
You're gonna have somebody doing
Hey,
sign
next
language.
year NFL,
Babyface.
I need to let Jodeci perform next year.
Wow.
Who
Hey,
one
Josie, you gotta give us some of that cut.
JoJo.
Big neck paddywhack. Remember that Barton episode?
I'm gonna be a bit excited to see. And
Speaking
this
of
is
nickname
something-
Paddywhack, they're gonna have Dan Rue somewhere. Dan Rue be everywhere.
Okay.
Big shout out to Dan
All right.
Rue. What did you do?
What do you do though?
What you call it? Dang man, they're gonna actually have a female
Interpreter?
No, they're gonna have a. let me finish it out with.
Sign language.
They're actually gonna have somebody doing that, but they're gonna have an all female aviator group flying over.
Okay.
So that's gonna be dope
Oh,
to see.
Shout out to our armed forces, man. Real talk. We love you.
Yeah. So what we got here?
What about that guy that
What about?
how much Super Bowls he been to?
Oh, the guy that goes to like every Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No, you know who we need to talk about? We need to talk about Mattress Mac, who put down like the $52 million
Stop betting
bill.
on Texas teams, man.
Right. He
If they
Mattress
losing,
Mac
you get money.
lost. He owns a mattress
Lost
store.
$2 million.
But
on Cowboys.
he won like $275.
I think
with
that's
the
Jerry's
Houston.
money.
Okay.
He won like $275 with
he got paid
with the
he got paid
baseball
with him. He
now.
got paid with him.
Who he lost to?
He bet like he bet
Yeah,
like
I remember
a
that
quarter
with Houston
million.
Astros.
Right, yeah, he won like $275 with
He lost
Houston
money
Astros.
before that?
Bet on TCU.
Yeah, he just lost.
He just lost.
Oh,
He
TCU.
beat
He lost.
him. Yeah, he bet on
TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, he just
Okay.
lost
Bet
to
on
TCU
Dallas
and
to
he
beat
bet on
the
Dallas.
49ers.
Yeah, he lost.
Oh, it's all Texas. That's dope.
Yeah, he lost
He
the
bet
last
on
two
Texas
times.
teams, yeah, he bet.
But guarantee Mattress Mac is going to put that money onto his promotion, because what he does is he tells everybody, all right, look, if I lose, then you can come and get furniture for like 25% off for a week. So everybody comes and buys the store out. So he's still gonna make some money.
Oh yeah,
Is he making the money he put down? No,
Perfect.
but he's still gonna make some money.
Set.
It's very smart
But
marketing.
Matches Mac ain't got no Super Bowl rings. Who got all these Super Bowl rings?
I don't know, man. We got to see. We got to, but Mattress Mac, I promise you, will probably be.
I'm
there.
just waiting, but
Brady.
I'm gonna give it about 20 more seconds before I.
Hey, man, you know what though? You know what though?
What with?
Tom, man.
Yeah.
Tom got rings.
Yeah, that guy.
Tom got rings.
Got a lot of them.
He want another one.
He wants one more.
Another
He's
one.
not going to get one in Tampa Bay. It looks like.
Yeah, it's over with for that.
Yeah.
If we could
Gotta
put
leave.
Tom
Gotta play.
somewhere where he would prosper, where would we put Tom? That's a good question.
Miami
Down
Dolphins.
in the comments, if you're watching right now, which
he
I know
coming
you are,
back?
why don't you put down in the comments where you think Tom Brady should go? Should he stay in Tampa Bay? And if he doesn't stay
He
in
outta
Tampa
there.
Bay, where should Tom
He's
Brady
outta
go?
there.
Do you want
He
Tom
ain't staying
Brady?
on Tampa
Do you
Bay.
want Tom Brady
Gone.
on your team?
Might live there. 'cause
What
he got
about
a house
what
there,
about your
but-
team? What about somebody's gonna say, "Ooh, Tom Brady should come to Dallas"? I know it's gonna happen, but I don't want to see that.
They ain't gonna
And the Bucks will be like, "Hey man, we give you this." he gonna get this.
I'm gonna let's jump off with the facts. So Tom Brady right now, without even having any experience at all in doing it, has signed a $375 million contract to do sports commentary with ABC and their affiliates
After
as
he
far
retires.
as far as football commentary goes after he retires. $375 million already somewhere
money.
lined up.
That's crazy.
All he got to do is talk about his favorite sport, which is football. And 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna be better than Tony Romo. Tony Romo's really good. Troy Aikman's really good. Joe Buck's really good at
that.
Right.
Picking plays.
Troy Aikman, all right.
Troy Aikman's really good. Joe Buck really good. They're a team. You know what I'm saying? And then of course,
Yeah, I have no complaints with the commentary.
and then of course,
With any of those people.
I don't know, man. Tom has the look.
It's Tom Brady. They just gonna,
You know.
they're gonna want that.
Tom has
Tom.
he has the knowledge. I mean, who can what other quarterback has more knowledge than Tom Brady?
Romo.
No, Romo. Well, that's the thing. They're gonna say, well, Romo don't got them rings though. That's what somebody gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But
Troy ain't doing that.
all right, let's keep it real. Let's go around the table. Who or where? Matter of fact, where can Tom Brady go?
Well, I said Miami Dolphins
Okay, tell me why.
because it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it.
Okay,
And
Those
and
meetings
he and
only
with
got-
those weapons,
It would be crazy.
I mean, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. You were talking about Tua Tagovailoa, possibly. What is it? Concussion riddle.
Oh,
the whole point, and then at the same time, and I'm not saying you got a bad answer. Y'all know Tom Brady did the Kanye West, right? He bought a house down the street from his wife so he could be with his kids. And when he comes home from practice, and his wife lives in Miami. Y'all knew that?
Okay.
So
not until you told.
Yeah, so it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So he can go. Yeah, fact of the day. Another fact of the day.
Yeah,
Tom Brady bought a house down the street from his wife so he can kick it with his kids because they're trying to have an amicable breakup, although they're not, married. They're separated right now. But hey, look, sweetheart, guess what, man? You tired of the kids? Send them on to the house. I'll be at the house about 7:30 after I get out of watching film. They can come get in the pool and eat steak off the grill with daddy. Not a bad idea. Like, okay, so I like Miami.
What do you think?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. In my opinion, yeah, I'm gonna keep it funky like normal. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to go to where there's a ready obvious number one wide receiver, because when I had one before, wide receiver that was in his prime and running back that was also prime and ready to go, I won a Super Bowl. Do you know what that was? I went to Tampa Bay and I had AB, okay, and I had Fournette. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to go to a place where the lights are bright, the streets never go dim. I can stay up all night. I can hang out. I can party. I can go shoot craps. I want to go to Vegas. I want to be a Raider. You know what I'm saying? I want to play in that new stadium.
Jacobs, Devontae Adams.
Come on. What are you talking about? Look at that. I'm
going to bust your bubble.
Look at the
Aaron Rodgers going to the Raiders.
We don't know what Uncle Aaron going to do right now.
Who's his favorite player?
He want to go. What, he going to play with his homie again?
Man, it makes sense.
It did, but they did that already. They gave Devontae Adams his best friend from college.
He's not Derek Carr.
But he's not Derek Carr. Is not Aaron Rodgers. But right now, when we talk about
Derek Carr going to y'all. I think he about to go to the
Derek
Commanders.
Carr goes to Commanders.
Tom. Let's go.
You don't want that?
You don't want. What about Tom? What about Tom in Washington?
I think Tom will end up anywhere in the Bay Area.
Anywhere in the Bay Area. Yeah. I mean, he's from there. He is one of his biggest stories that they always put out there is his father
49ers
worked really hard to take them to watch Joe Montana when he was in college and he was coming out of Michigan. He thought that the 49ers were going to pick him. They actually had him on the phone, and instead of picking him, they picked somebody else. I mean, and then of course, he ended up in New England. It's a possibility, man.
So you saying 49ers?
I mean, but who else would you sit Brock Purdy down for?
I'm having a brain freeze.
I'm not bringing Tom Brady on board in front of 49ers.
Bay Area will consist of, you're talking about either Oakland, San Fran, or you used to be able to say
Bay Area,
San Diego.
Area.
Yeah, Herbert ain't getting
I'm just saying. He was drawing a blank on the Bay Area.
Yeah, I was saying yeah. I'm thinking 49ers.
Anything San,
okay,
and then
because we get
Raiders are now in Vegas, but what I'm saying anywhere
on the West Coast.
Okay,
either I would say the Raiders.
That's kind of what he doing though, because he was up there, and he was down there.
Go to the West.
Might be where he going. That might be his whole plan.
I would say anywhere that will represent the teams that he liked when he was younger, which would be the 49ers and sort of the Raiders as well. But
I mean, like I said, he watched Joe. He watched Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I can't. What's my man name? The White Ghost. Jake the Snake Stabler. Kenny Stabler. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said he wanted to be just like that, but unfortunately, Ken Stabler could move. Tom Brady cannot. But
who you think, Joe?
It's kind of tough.
I was thinking Miami or Oakland. It was rumors that Dana White came out with a rumor basically saying that the deal was done for Gronk and Brady to come to Oakland. But John Gruden nixed it before he got fired. So I mean, you got the head coach of the Vegas Raiders with experience with Tom Brady back in New England. I forgot the
that too. Yeah.
Yep.
What's his name?
McDaniels.
Yeah.
Raiders sounding pretty true right now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking if anybody Vegas, but just because y'all said it already, I'm gonna just throw somebody else in there, man. What if Dallas says, hey,
Bye, Dak.
Tampa Bay, y'all get Dak and
We
just
take
give
Tom.
us Brady and we'll swap that thing on out just to have just throw something else in there.
And you know who would love
That's all
that?
I'll be there.
Jerry would love that.
Jerry would definitely love
Jerry would love that.
It's
Jerry
a lot
would,
of money.
Bruh, listen, Jerry would embrace Tom like his own son, which is kind of
Dude, that jersey would be. You couldn't even get that jersey.
No,
it would be so sold out. Like
you thought Jerry loved Tony Romo at one point in time.
I hope is 12 retired. What did
And-
Aikman wear?
I think
No,
Aikman like
Aikman
10.
Damn, what was Aikman?
It was
It
10.
wasn't 12.
Look,
Though.
even if
12.
it's retired, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
retired for Brady. Okay, he's
Coming out.
12. Like
Jacob was 7.
Roger Staubach. He wore 12.
Staubach was 12. Yeah, Staubach was 12. So
Look, it's
yeah.
getting unretired. Roger, if he's still alive, he'll give him his blessing. If
Right.
not, Jerry will give him his blessing. And
Yeah, listen,
Big 12 will be in D. Selling all type of jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
man. Listen, man. And
But I
listen,
mean, look, the way they throwing Dak under the bus in social media, that was weird. You know what I'm saying? They might look to
that's a
move him.
step.
They
That's a
might look to
step.
move him. You know what I'm saying?
it's unfortunate that Dak Prescott has been in the league this long, come from where he come from Mississippi State to the top of the NFL higher ups of the upper echelon of being quarterback is somewhere like, if you're not the Dallas quarterback, then who's the right under the Dallas? Maybe the 49ers, like historically, you know what I'm saying? Dallas quarterback, highest everybody knows about Dallas, you know what I'm saying? 49ers, Joe Montana, you know what I'm saying? Steve Young, you know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate that Dak Prescott is getting all of this feedback like that, but when you play for Dallas, you gotta know the rain is coming.
It's
bro.
a different spotlight.
If you ain't winning, you know what I'm saying. The rain is coming down on you, bro. And I want
Some of that rain need to go on McCarthy too.
And I want Dak. I want Dak to prevail on the back end of that.
I think that was just pettiness of just saying you got beat by Mr. Relevant. I think that was just the simple pettiness of, man, I just got beat. I done paid Dak all this money. And
He got beat by somebody
and
who's still driving
we got
Miata.
beat by Mr. Irrelevant. And I think where resonates with Jerry is right there. It's just right there. He's not gonna be able to get over that for the whole.
I think
offseason.
Dak should cuss out that tight end. That's who he should cuss out.
Nobody blaming that man, but that man messed up 2 consecutive.
Because he actually had one more chance to redeem himself.
Yeah.
They lost as a team. They definitely lost as a team.
You know, you can't never put it on yourself. You know, you gotta put it on. You gotta put it on the team.
Diggs dropped an easy gimme interception. You know what I'm saying?
Interception.
Mister, I catch a lot of INTs. Let one go right in your hand and mumbled it, fumbled. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why we lost.
So
And one last perspective place too for time to go. I just thought about it. What if he goes to another large market team, right? Large market team, same situation, bright lights, lots of media coverage, lots of places where he can go and be seen, be Tom Brady, make a lot of money on the side, and the possibility of there not being a quarterback in either one of those teams is very possible. And I'm talking about either the Jets or the Giants.
He got a better chance going to Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think he in win now mode. You know what I'm saying? That win now mode would tell
that's
me.
one too.
We said the same thing about Brett Favre, and Brett Favre went to the Jets and turned them up for at least 1 year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when now Brady left New England because he didn't want to play with a bunch of average Joes on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Joe is the name of the week.
Right, yeah, for real. Like every time we say
So he
Joe,
went
take
to
a
Tampa
shot.
Bay and he got that dream team assembled with all the type of receivers. He gonna want to go somewhere where he got 2, 3, 4 weapons. You know
So
what I'm
like
saying?
that, then
As
it only looks
disposal.
like Miami and Vegas for that type of thing.
Yeah, but I feel like if Dallas trade for him and bring him in, they'll get him some more weapons too. They'll get him some more weapons.
That'd be the only reason why everybody want to go to Dallas.
It'll be some guys.
Yeah,
wanna come
that
play.
CD Lamb. Hey, CD Lamb like that. Hey, but look, coming up next, we got to talk about a little bit of college. Okay, big aspirations for a team out there in the Rockies. Tap the Rockies, Coors Light. That's what we talk about. Colorado University.
I have no comment
right?
on this subject.
Buffalo.
The Buffaloes, coached by Coach Prime.
What they call them, the Buffs, right?
The Buffs. I'm talking, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you paid attention, they are putting the emphasis on how cool it looks to see Coach Prime in all black. Okay, Coach Prime in all
I
black.
ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna cop me a jersey.
I ain't gonna lie.
listen.
Hey, jersey looking
Dion
hard.
got
That
swag.
jersey's hard,
Look
but-
cool.
And
Yeah,
that white jersey go hard.
Like out of nowhere, all of their jerseys is just popping up everywhere. Coach Prime in all black. You know what I'm saying? Shades on is happening. So Are we calling the University of Colorado Cornerback U because
Not
of
yet.
We shall see.
Because of course right now the number 1 rated 5-star recruit cornerback
Travis
from
Hunter.
last year, Travis Hunter, has transferred, jumped the transfer portal, and pretty much already
TP.
That boy the real deal too.
Right to Colorado.
Lie, right?
He's the real deal.
You know
Both
what I'm
sides
saying?
of the ball.
Rec Room Sports.
And then of course, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, on another one of our favorite podcasts here at the Rec Room, $1 million worth of game, the number 1 recruit for this year,
2024.
For 2024, the number 1 cornerback in 5-star recruit was on $1 million worth of game, and he announced he is going to sign his letter of intent to
University of
Colorado, which he was going to go
To Miami.
What?
Flipped him.
Hey, Deion is amazing, man.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, right? And I thought
Amazing influence to these young players.
today. I'm gonna tell you something.
They didn't even see him play live.
Nah, you done
Low
crossed the
key,
damn line.
It's their parents. Their parents seen
I was
Deion.
just about to say, low key, I feel like Deion smooth talks to mess out of people's, and I'm saying this in the most positive
He
way.
is a smooth talker.
I'm
though.
I'm saying this in the most positive way possible. Deion get in there and talk to your mama like it ain't nobody's business, bro. For real. Literally.
I think
Mama,
he keep it real. I think he just
Mama, I
keep it real.
love your Kool-Aid. This red Kool-Aid is hitting on something. You remember when I used to be prime? I used to run that, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you did run that ball." Yeah, and they'd be
I
like,
used
"But
to
look,
love
I'ma-"
seeing you on
right,
TV.
yeah." And they'd be like, "But look, I'm gonna take your son. He's a little boy now. You see, he got his pants around his behind. I'm gonna make him pick his pants up. You see, he
Yeah,
had
I
bad
love
grades
it.
last year. I'm gonna make sure he got good grades. You saw how he was on the sideline when he missed that play. He ain't gonna do nothing that more money. He be like, yeah, you know what? I want my son to be just like that." And then bam, your mama, when Deion go out the door, be like, "Look, baby, I don't know where you thought you was going, but you going to Colorado."
He stole our swag. Now he's stealing our players.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's all I gotta say, man.
I mean, it's
youth.
like he's taking seriously though, Jay. It's like he's taking a Florida
That was a big kick in the
mindset.
ass, like kicking
From the
U
U to the cornerback U.
Bruh, he's taking the Florida mindset from Florida and putting it in Colorado. They ain't never seen
I
that
hope
before.
they freeze the. I mean, just
That's on Tallahassee fault, man.
Tallahassee.
Man.
That's Florida State fault. That should have
But
been
they
Florida
did get a
State
good
getting
coach
this.
though. I ain't gonna lie, they did good. Florida State got a good coach down
Oh,
there, too.
good.
But I really just feel like the parents can relate to Deion. Deion can relate to them, saying situations that they might be in, certain kids in underprivileged situations. He can relate to them. He can get in there. He not gonna lie to you. He not gonna fake kick it. He not gonna sell you dreams or promises that other coaches make.
And then he gonna tell
Sell
you
you.
ain't gonna play
He
unless
might-
you play.
He gonna go there and give you the real. This is what it is. This is how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can trust me with your child. That's ultimately what the parents care about at the end of the day for their sons. You know what I'm saying? Can I trust my child with you? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Deion is gonna be a great role model. These young men don't want to disappoint Deion. These young men don't want to be. It's one thing to play for a certain type of coach, a big name coach that good with getting players, but it's certain the kind of guys he's recruiting for these tough positions might come from situations that don't have a father figure.
He giving them father figure.
Deion is like going to be one of the perfect type of father figures that's going to care about these kids, not just on the football field and what they can do for him on the football field, but off the football field. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
and just like the saying goes, where a lot of people describe how situations look, where they say it's giving. Deion Sanders, in a sense, it's giving father, right? Because I just like I just said, man, he's going into these people's houses. He's knowing good and well, hey man, mom's working second shift. She ain't getting off till 1-2 in the morning. I know she ain't watching you all day. She might be ain't seeing your games, but guess what? You better have your behind in your room studying, because when your mama cut on that TV, if you ain't playing or doing your homework, or if you're not, if you're disrespecting your teachers, you ain't gonna be on that field. And some of these kids, especially from the inner city, they have gotten that far just based on their talent, and their parents know. My son, he a knucklehead, but he can play football though. But I need him to do more than play football. He need to be a man. He need to be a scholar. He need to, he needs to learn more about life, especially in these low income areas. These boys will never go to Colorado. Never.
Quick question: you think they're going to a bowl game first year?
Let me say this. They never been to Colorado, man. Do you know what it's like to go? Yeah, when the last
Snow cold.
You ever been? Jay drive. Jay used
Snow
our homeboy Jay used to drive truck. But Jay, tell us about that one time you been somewhere far in your truck. And you was like, man, I never knew it looked like this.
I seen it. Well, every time I ride through Colorado, especially whatever loop it is, it's beautiful, man. Aurora.
It's an eye-opening experience, right?
It's beautiful. I seen a wolf actually
For real?
Wow.
sitting in a truck
Wow.
Yo.
in Denver.
I'm saying, and think about it, man. These kids are coming
Colorado
from
was
Florida.
Springs.
They coming from Florida. They coming from Louisiana, Texas.
Little bit everywhere.
North Carolina, a little bit of everywhere. But they going to Colorado to experience life.
That's dope, though. That's gonna have them more focused
I don't
than
know.
like Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
right there. You go. There. Thank you. I
They
don't know
there
if-
for a reason.
I don't know if y'all know, but one of my dreams is to go to Wyoming and go ride around Yellowstone. Y'all know that Yellowstone National Park. Let's make that happen. But straight up and down, like they going to go do something they never probably would do on their own. I think that's a big deal with parents, man. Straight up.
Back to your question real quick. I think they might get in 6 wins and make a bowl game.
6.
I ain't gonna lie. Game 1, they gotta play USC. Game 1, they
Ooh,
gotta play the Trojans.
Lord.
Game 1.
They might
off
get
the
dragged
top-
first.
I'm about to say, yeah, a
off
bowl
the top,
game?
they gotta go see a Heisman
Yeah.
candidate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Riley,
It's gonna-
right?
So we gonna
Yeah.
see.
Riley gonna be ready for
Real
them
deal. We
boys
gonna
down.
see. We gonna see. They got a tough schedule this year.
Riley gonna be like, all right, then.
I about to say, yeah.
All right, let's see what you got.
Their strength of schedule is
Yeah, what Jags for?
Their strength of schedule is top tier because if I looked at it, they don't play no D2. I swear they don't. They don't play no D2. You know, everybody get a little warm up in there somewhere. They don't play no
I think
D2
they play
schools.
a couple of lesser teams.
They play
You know
lesser
what I'm saying?
teams, yes, but they're not like they're not about to play Southwest Colorado
I mean,
University.
You got Utah, you got USC, UCLA. You gonna
Colorado
get some
State
decent
rivalry.
teams.
Let's
I
look,
know-
I'm about to say
Colorado
let's look at.
I
it
know
real
one
quick.
team. They're not gonna play.
Oh,
But,
LSU.
No, Bethune-Cookman.
Wow, wow,
Great segue.
wow.
Great
So,
segue.
In essence, what we want to do is say this, right? What's the word? Not repetition, but
Competitive.
no, not repetitiveness. What's the thing? You know,
Rejection.
it's the essence of
Constant.
flattery. You know, whatever it is, when you repeat something, it's the essence of flattery. I had it in my head.
No.
Imitation.
Imitation is
it's the
imitation
highest form of
is the
flattery.
highest form of flattery. So Bethune-Cookman, everybody knows another HBCU out there in Florida. Big shouts out to BCU out there trying to be very similar to
All the
take a
lovely
very
ladies.
similar step to
Jackson State.
greatness as Jackson State. They went and hired Ed Reed, another Hall of Fame
Right.
cornerback, defensive back, known from playing football in Miami.
He
And,
could have got Armani.
Also known for playing for the Ravens. All of a sudden, Ed Reed just goes off and they say, "Nah, man, we can't have Ed Reed. He too much." I mean, why though?
I ain't gonna lie, I've been confused about this situation. I ain't running.
It's
There's
a lot
nothing
of
confusing
ins
about the
and outs.
situation.
It's a lot of ins and outs, man. Tell us what you got so far from your analysis, Jake.
It's not analysis. It's what's happening at HBCUs across America. It's just the fumbling and mishandling of money, of funds. I'm gonna ask a question.
Why?
No, hold on. I'm asking a
The
question.
bag.
How? Let me just finish. Hold on.
Yes.
Ask this question. How many times have you heard somebody in your family or somebody you know have to deal with financial aid issues, scholarship issues, grant issues, rent issues, boarding issues,
Housing.
food plan issues, whatever the case may be? At a HBCU, I get it, man. We all family. But let's get it
We
together.
all
I understand.
family. Yeah.
Like work with us. Like I understand. You say, hey, just work with us, man. We know we did it. I understand that. But this is an establishment. This is really a business. This is really a business establishment. This should be running like clockwork. What's going on? I'm not trying to throw one school under the bus,
Right.
but
It's happening all over.
it's happening all over.
Happening
It's
everywhere.
happening all over. We already, some schools are already to the point where they had to borrow like furniture and things from other schools. Does that remind you of anything? Hand-me-down stuff? Huh. All right. So it's just weird that we're 2023 and we're still kind of in this situation where we're getting hand-me-down stuff and it is dealing with a lot of the fact that it's mishandling of money right here in the nucleus of the situation.
Mishandling of funds. Yes, that's
And-
also a big deal.
I don't know.
Or
I
the
don't want,
trustees.
man, let's not
Yeah.
go in there, man. If you can,
That's where the money. I mean, that's who handling it.
I'm not trying to sit here and batter HBCUs. Like,
no,
I'm
we
not.
don't want to batter. We just want to bring attention. Okay. So look, Ed Reed basically was saying, man, look at the state of how this campus looks.
Okay.
Look at how bad it looks. You know, he went live. Should he have went live and made it public like that? Maybe not at the time.
Maybe not.
Or maybe he should have went live when he calmed down and brought more awareness to it in a more
positive
light. But I'm not mad at how he handled it. Because, I mean, look, you mad or not, we not. Hey, look, it's hot in Florida, bro.
And that's
he was
right.
outside, real hot, clean it up.
Right. I'm outside.
And the difference, he ain't signed no contract yet.
Right. I ain't doing nothing that got to do with football. No, he signed it. They didn't honor it. He said they didn't never honored my contract. And that is the thing. Deion Sanders, I'm not saying he's he's different. He's different. Deion Sanders is more of a person of the people, right? You know,
man of God. Well, I ain't gonna say every day, man of God. You know, Deion is going.
It's called tact. Let's see, Deion got a little more tact than Ed Reed, and we're not knocking Ed Reed for being Ed Reed, but all right. For instance, when the Ravens were good, you know who they put in front of the microphone?
Ray Lewis.
They put Ray Lewis on the microphone. And you know what Ray Lewis did? Ray Lewis said, that's right, 3rd and 4, we going to run a play, but God bless him, Matthew 15:5 says whatever. That sounds really good, but they didn't put Ray Lewis on that microphone to talk about them plays, okay? Because Ray Lewis was going to do something else. And I think, and it's not a negative because at the same time, Ed Reed is Ed Reed, bro. That same type of passion and effort that he put onto the field, he brought that to a coaching staff that needed it, and the kids needed to hear it and all of that. But Deion, and I remember this specifically, Deion was talking about, hey man, he fired he got the groundskeeper at Jackson State fired. Not in a negative way, but for not technically doing his job. You want to know why? Because Deion bought his own lawnmower to cut the practice field 3 days out the week or something like that when he first got there, because he wanted the practice field cut to a certain length so that the players don't injure themselves. The grass is ragged. Before they got the money and got everything together that Deion put in himself, you know, the practice field raggedy. So he did it, but instead of making a scene about it, Deion took care of it on his own. And then after he took care of it on his own, he brought it to, you know, the board's attention, and then they put it in the right hands of who took care of it, and then things started to change. Ed Reed ain't been on campus but for a week and went off. But think about it. Ed Reed used to go into Miami, bro. He used to go into the U.
Yeah.
At the U, they respect a little bit different when you playing on the football field. At Bethune-Cookman, they ain't doing the same things.
I think, but see, look, what if Jackson State Board of Trustees or president was more proficient at his job or met Deion more halfway than Bethune-Cookman's interim president?
We want to stay on next week, Joe.
And plus Deion put money. He put his own money into.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You right. I'm
so
saying
that might be the difference.
You have a point.
So we don't know the relationship between.
While successful. Or to a certain extent.
Well, the interim president basically said, we done with you. We not going to bring you on board as the coach or whatever. So it's his decision. But, I mean, Ed Reed really cares about those kids, man. Ed Reed was passionate about those kids.
That's the main thing.
Upset that he's not going to be able to coach that team or whatever.
Yeah, I just had his nephew on the team, man.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, it brought out a different emotion in him because you can really tell Ed cares about those kids. It's a lot of coaches don't care about their athletes, their student athletes, who they just here to get the wins and get on to the next big gig opportunity.
And get
you know
that
what
bag.
I'm saying? But Ari actually care about those kids. I was looking at it, bro. It's like they dealing with mold and mildew and stuff in dorms. It's not But Bethune-Cookman charge $30,000 to go there, bro.
Ooh,
$30,000, bro. That's not a little bit of money, bro.
It's a bag.
So why is my living situation not up to par?
I need, first of all, let's go. I want to.
Why is somebody in a cardboard box, a homeless person, safer than me, bro? Because they don't got no mold inside there.
I want somebody who went to Bethune-Cookman to talk to me about this because I don't want to.
If you go to
Bethune-Cookman,
go in the shade room right now. They all in the comments talking about it.
Not even if you went to Bethune-Cookman because it was like this before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, for instance, I went to South Carolina State. I remember when we know what dorm room we talk. We ain't gonna pick which one. We know when them dorm rooms was bad. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of them people whereas, you know, I know how when, you know,
state-funded schools have certain criterias in order for them to allot funding for them to do things. And when it's like that,
is private.
Yeah, and I'm saying specifically at South Carolina State that those processes for them to get things are a trickle down effect, and it takes a little longer. At Bethune-Cookman, where, like you said, it's a private university, the allotment of funds go through one or two people, they vote on it, and there goes the money, such as like at Claflin University, right? Private school, because they are privately discussing where the money goes within themselves.
Where the money going? Because it ain't going where it's supposed to be going.
Listen, but
we just gonna be honest. Their money not going where it's supposed to be going, and it's happening all over.
It's happening all over.
It's happening all over with these HBCUs. Like, where's the money? Y'all really pocketing these kids? Like, what are y'all doing, bro?
The answer is yes.
They are. Yeah,
All
we're gonna just keep it real, bro. Board of trustees, come on, man.
And in a lot of these situations, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I said I wasn't gonna do it. But in a lot of these situations, not only are they mishandling their money, like some of these kids are being put in danger, and their lives are being affected negatively by. And you think that you're sending your child to a prestigious
historic
college or
a black university,
right? Historic university where their future is going to expand. And they're actually putting their child in danger by letting them go to school.
Put them in survival mode.
Right. And with some of these schools, especially when it comes to like the band hazing and now again,
let's keep it real. Let's talk about when the cafeteria closed and you got to get out of class and run to the cafe to get something to eat because it ain't number 2 more meals on your meal plan. You're hungry and you don't want to go back to cook noodles for the 5th day in a row.
Miss Shirley ain't there to let me in for free.
Right, yeah. It's chicken day, and
come on, Miss Shirley. Why you ain't
my teacher not letting me out of the dang old class. I need to run to the cafeteria to get the last piece of fried chicken because if not, I got to make my homeboys noodles because I'm out of noodles. But I got to ask my roommate for his noodles.
Hoping, saying that this starts to, I guess, bring more awareness to what should be done with HBCUs. Like if you're in a position to help people out, to help the school get further with finances. I think don't necessarily get a job there.
Don't rock the boat
because I think you're going to end up mad. Regardless of how whatever job you take
an outside
because you're gonna see some things that you're not gonna necessarily be okay with. I just think that you should not necessarily say donate. Let's spend some time with the HBCU, kind of like the Chris Paul approach, shall I say? Don't have to go to school, don't have to graduate from the school, but just pick a school that you just want to just drop in on, shadow somebody, whatever passion you had in life, like follow that program, put money into that program,
alumni,
see it through,
put some money on it,
and it's sad.
But a lot of alumni be like, look, we want to donate back to the schools that we went to, but they misusing
the money going.
They stealing the money, they misusing the money, they mishandling the money. So why would I go ahead and give the money that I want to give to them when I know it's not going to affect positively or get used in the right way? It's going to get
mishandled. We need a governing body.
It's like it need to be something going on.
We love our HBCUs.
That's what the board of trustees is.
This is our future, bro. These kids are our future, man.
Overall, like how they do the NCAA.
They don't do that because you want to know why? They separate African Americans from each other, from getting to know each other's business. Because you want to know why? If I know your business, we can all criticize each other. So they never bring. I don't care if we in the MEAC, if we in the SWAC or not. They separate all of us. Because the thing is, Trump. But that's the thing. If we all got together and figured it out, then we wouldn't need them. That's just my opinion. We're gonna keep it going. The next thing, and this was the last thing I'm gonna say about this, right? An advisor for South Carolina State Athletics, my partner, Mr. Bill Hamilton, said he went to Las Vegas. He got a call for the conference because what they're going to do is they're going to interview head coach of South Carolina State football, Buddy Pugh, and ask him his opinion on how the transition went for him when he got to South Carolina State and compare it to how Ed Reed did. So let's look forward to hearing what Buddy Pugh got to say about it because, South Carolina State is the home team. You know what I mean? And whatever he did, however he did it, it works.
Well, see, South Carolina State a little different because they go with coaches that stay for long tenures. Willie Jeffries was there for a long time,
Right.
but he been there since I could remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not South Carolina State, not one of those universities that's switching over
That's
and having
ready
the
to, like,
coach
let 'em
in
go.
2 years, 3 years. You might have a down year. You still gonna give an opportunity. You might have a couple of down years in a row.
Yeah. And he only
Not
won
gonna be
one.
in- We're not gonna be in a rush to
championship.
kick you out of the door. You know what I'm
Buddy
saying?
Pew?
We're gonna let
think
you
so.
build
Buddy Pew
build
got
it
more than
up.
one MEAC. More than
No,
one
they
MEAC.
won a lot. No,
Buddy
no.
Pew
Back
got-
when we was there.
Buddy Pew got more than one MEAC championship.
No, I'm talking about like bowl.
Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, but
That's really, yeah.
the MEAC was not having them have a prominent.
But you know, they was going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they was going to the playoffs
Yeah,
sometime.
2 playoffs.
But once again, we're looking forward to hearing that. Next thing on the docket, definitely we got to talk about the NBA fellas. Hey man,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you know, NBA is in full swing right now, and it's a lot going on. I mean, we're talking about the East Coast and the West Coast getting shaken up by players and teams that we haven't seen.
A lot
make
of
runs
drama
in
for
a
your baby mama.
long time. I'm talking about the West Coast standards are being turned upside down. What's going on with the Suns? What happened? What are we going to do? What's going to go on in the Eastern Conference? Is the Boston Celtics going to win and go back to the Eastern Conference Championship? Where's Giannis? Is LeBron going to be old and gray? Is he going to win the scoring title all time? He's going to pass Kareem. Is Kareem going to be there? Is Kareem going to watch him do a hook shot for his? Everybody's saying he's going to do a hook shot for the last points.
Kyrie is amazing.
Kyrie's amazing. Where's Kevin Durant? Like, it's so much going on at one time. Ja Morant. Oh my God, Ja Morant ascending to a plateau that we probably didn't think he was going to get to that fast. It's so much, and the changing of the NBA All-Star Game rules that I'm gonna bring up because I want to talk about that too. So like Joe, you know what I'm saying, you're a big basketball guy, man. What's catching your eye about the NBA season thus far?
Just basically how just the parity around the league, just how close it is, and the races, and basically it's only about 4 or 5 teams that's bottom tier have no chance to make the playoffs. Everybody else is just in play for it. You know what I'm saying? Out east and out west is just tight. Think a lot of people was just giving Adam Silver a lot of flack for the play-in tournament, but he really was ahead of his time. Because without it right now, we'll be looking at it like, dang, bro, only the top 8 making it. Like, it might need to be more teams in the playoffs. Like, it's really a great idea. It was ahead of its time. You thought provoking. Out west, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. Everybody know this. You know what I'm saying? LA gang. You know what I'm saying? We right now currently tied for 12th, but we're only a game out of 10th place for the play-in. You know what I'm saying? It's just so tight. It's so tight that Golden State number 10 right now in the West, bro.
Yeah.
With all that talent, they're number 10. At 23 and 24, and we right behind them at 22 and 25. Joker right now, bro. Denver is number 1 out west, 34 and 14. This man might win 3 MVPs in a row. 3. Like, this man might win. Who the last person to win 3 MVPs in a row?
I don't think they
Mike
ever
Jordan?
did that. I don't think
Jordan?
he did.
About to say
I don't think Michael Jordan did.
Last person to win 2 was Steve Nash, right?
No, LeBron. I think Giannis won 2 back to back. Giannis won 2 back to back.
LeBron did that.
I don't think Michael Jordan won 3 in a row.
I'm gonna look that up. But bruh, this man almost averaging a triple double, dog.
Yeah, somewhere in there, Charles Barkley got that one.
If he get that triple double, they're gonna give it back to him.
Listen, bro, let me say this right quick.
Tatum balling right now.
I don't know if y'all know, but one time, I was the biggest Sacramento Kings fan. I love Mike Bibby. I love Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, Pedro Stojakovic, Doug Christie. I even remember Scott Pollard off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Funderburk.
Why don't you go back to
Bobby?
Shout out to Mike Brown, baby.
What's my man? Bobby with
Bobby
the long,
Knight.
Bobby
Jackson.
Bobby Jackson with the long
Bobby
socks.
Knight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked to see right now.
Bobby Knight, yo.
Okay, wow, you tripping? Yeah, okay. I am shocked to see.
Potato Head got them boys playing real
Kings,
good,
right?
Mike Wilson,
yo, listen,
them boys playing.
Coaching does a whole lot. Coaching does a whole lot.
Mike Brown, baby.
Mike Brown.
I said Wilson, my fault.
Mike Brown. Okay, and then the trade, we got the big man, and he got a point guard.
You got Sabonis too.
That's what I'm talking about. Sabonis is panning out, and I never thought it was really going to work. I'm not saying that Sabonis isn't a good player, but I didn't think that.
There's just a lot of young players.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like it was.
They number 3 right now.
Then we got my man Herter from Atlanta, and he is out
they
there.
went and got some good pieces.
He out there playing. Like, he ain't joking.
Herter
is
is
doing it.
Definitely a surprise, but not with what they got on the inside finally. Because I swear it seemed like they were getting a shooting guard like every year.
Except for like Willie Cauley-Stein, like that was it.
Or an undersized shooting guard. They end up playing point guard, or still end up playing shooting guard,
right?
Or whatever. It finally starting to add up.
Remember Tyreek Evans? I remember Tyreek Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And with Chris Martin, Doug Martin, was it Doug Martin? Light skin?
Nah, Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time I remember them being real hot like that.
He was a bucket, but that was all you was getting out of him.
Right.
Bucket.
No defense.
Yeah. The Kings, man, a surprise, and I used to, sad to say, every time, I think I had tickets to the Kings every year, the Kings game in Atlanta every year for the last 5 years, and for some reason I never made it. And De'Aaron Fox is like, I want to say his average against the Hawks is like 30 something.
Yeah, he go in.
So
shout out to De'Aaron Fox.
Every time I'm mad and I listen to the stats, like, damn, I missed it again.
Mm-hmm.
He did it again. But yeah, the Kings definitely a surprise. But in my book, I've been watching them for a few years now. They kind of remind me, the Magic kind of remind me of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Kings remind me of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey man, stay talk about that, man.
The Magic. Come on,
the Magic and the Kings.
Come on, man.
In a way,
not the Kings either, man.
Yeah, man.
Do it to my team, man.
I mean, y'all was there in the past, but think about it. Like you draft. I'm just saying, man. And a lot of people on media say like the Jags should end up somewhere because they've had like the best first round pick just about for the last 20 years. So something should add up to some wins. That's all. But
I got you, Commander.
Kings, hey. You're right. Hey, you're right.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Hey man, real quick, another big splash for me.
Crazy.
Another big splash for me. Apparently, this season is
right now.
Yeah, we losing, but he got 43.
Man.
The Oklahoma City Thunder and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, actually leading the league in scoring at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
Who saw that coming? Not me. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, right?
Seen him playing well. Seen the team doing well, but not him.
I mean, he out here averaging. He out here doing like 28, looking like. Okay, let's look at it. 34, 34, 37, 23, 28, 27, 37, 26, 33. Come on, bro.
But they need that every night.
Yeah, from him.
Out of him. You know what I mean? That's a team that definitely needs a scoring from him.
And right now they're in 11th, I believe, in the standings. And I want to say that I watched one of their games that they put on TV, and the thing that I like is that continuity. Now it don't work out. It don't work against everybody, but that young continuity where they sharing the ball with each other. They all look like they friends. They all look like they hanging out, but they know where the ball gonna end up. It's going to SGA hands.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, I like that, and it's gonna pan out. The next big thing in the West right now, and it's obvious. Luka Doncic, man. I'm talking about Dallas is getting put on this young man's back. I'm talking about, and the crazy thing is, the other day they showed his father. This man's father is like made like a brick house, freaking 6'8", out here standing up looking like Mr. Incredible. They kept showing they showed the picture of him on the jumbotron with the Mr. Incredible joint. His man's father looks like Mr. Incredible.
That's right.
Like, and I mean, like, for real, you don't want to try Luka Doncic's dad. If that's how Luka's dad looks, imagine how Luka's going to look as he grows older. Because the boy's only 23, 24. Like, it's crazy.
If you actually had to make the pick between Trae Young and Luka Doncic today, who would you pick?
Oh, that's an obvious one.
Luka by a mile.
Luka by 2 miles.
By 3.
Because I'm not saying that Trae isn't going to be a perennial all-star.
He's turning into being
Trae ain't getting them Trae ain't getting them rebounds, bro.
I mean, you don't have to talk about the rebounds. He gets like 10 turnovers. Like,
yeah,
often.
okay, there you go.
At least.
All right, the usage, and this is one of them things where the usage, the on-ball usage for Doncic is becoming comparable to that MVP season for James Harden. Right, and they criticized James Harden for pounding the ball and picking and choosing when he was going to pass. But right now, it's working for Dallas to a degree. Dallas still needs something. They still missing like a second shooter or something like that.
They lost Brunson and kind of didn't.
That was their
replace him.
second shooter right there.
Right, yeah, they lost Brunson.
They missing a little something. I want to talk about the lack of defense in the NBA right now, bro. It is
Oh
currently,
my God!
as I look at the list,
it's like
Everybody
it's
getting 100
currently
points.
44 players averaging 20 points or better in the NBA. Right
Man.
now. It's currently 44 players averaging at least 20 points, bro.
Who?
It's currently 5 players averaging 30 or more.
How?
Nobody's playing defense, bro. It's like 2 teams that I can be like, okay, yeah, they really do commit on the defensive side of the ball.
would that be
Right.
Boston?
Boston and Memphis, and that's about it.
Listen,
bro.
man.
Everybody else
Yeah.
really don't play defense like that.
I was just talking about this with a friend of mine at the barbershop. Big shouts out to my guy, Mr. Jenkins, out there at East
Jenkins, what's
End
up?
Barbershop. What's going on?
Yeah.
I was like, man, whatever happened to like those real defensive players, man? Right now, the only one that everybody like to talk about, and I give him props, but even though everybody don't like him, I'm giving props. I'm talking about Pat Bev. You know what I'm talking about? But I remember when nobody liked Bruce Bowen.
Yep.
Nobody liked
Yeah.
Tony Allen.
It used to be guys in the league just for defense.
defense.
I feel like Pat Bear was like really the last one left. Remember,
Really?
Thibodeau, Sasha, what's buddy from OKC, bro? That was like, why does he
Sasha
start?
Tabalosha?
Yes, him.
Oh,
It was just
Cephalosha.
Cephalosha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was certain
Tabo
guys in the league
Cephalosha.
just to clamp
Yeah,
you
he
up.
just
You know what I'm
clamps.
saying? Just,
Right.
just to clamp you up, and I feel like that's the last of like a dying
you-
breed. Like if you can't get a bucket now, you're not getting in the league.
Right.
Do you think the emergence
Tabo
of
Cephalosha.
Steph Curry in the 3-point shot
Yeah, he
Yes.
changed the game.
has
Yes.
a part
He changed the game.
Yes.
for
has
sure.
part of why
Yeah.
it's like that?
Yes, and to a degree,
Because the center shooting threes like a shooting guard now.
This is another thing we talked about at the barbershop. Like there is no center, and it's disappointing because they're gonna disrespect Dwight Howard someday. But there's
Already
no
someday.
center. Yeah, they're doing it right now. There's no center from this era that. Besides maybe Joel Embiid in the last 20 years that you're gonna say is gonna go to that you know for sure is going to the Hall of Fame.
You forgetting
Joker,
You are forgetting one.
Joker and
Who?
Embiid.
Yeah.
Joker and Embiid.
That's it. Just them two.
No,
That's
no,
two.
no, you're right. I just
Prior to that, we come from
please
an
say
era.
his name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Joker and Embiid. But prior to that, we talking about the year where we had Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
Yeah,
It was center heavy.
David Robinson.
Shaquille alone, David Robinson, Lonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
Every team had a center except on the Bulls. Let me stop.
Yeah, no, you ain't
I
lying.
mean, you still might. Okay, you get Cat, possibly you get
Yeah.
Embiid, you get Joker. You really look at it. Giannis is might as well call him a big
for
man.
real, big man.
Yeah.
AD. And DeMarcus Cousins is pretty.
DeMarcus
much,
Cousins borderline because at least he
He not
was
going
around.
to
He's
Hall
not
of
going.
Fame.
Yeah, he's not going to.
If he didn't get, if
I mean, I hope he
DeMarcus
gets
Cousins
back in the
didn't get
league, man, and gets his game going and gets a good run in there and helps the team in the playoffs. Yeah,
DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Cousins.
Cousins.
DeMarcus, listen, DeMarcus Cousins.
No, I'm just saying. Right.
I was thinking.
If he not, but seriously,
He got the talent, but he
No,
not-
DeMarcus Cousins was Joel Embiid before. He
Hell
got hurt.
no, Joel Embiid, bro. DeMarcus,
Look at
DeMarcus
the
Cousins in his prime was a
Look at
was
the
a baller.
stats. Hello, hey,
DeMarcus ain't never averaged.
Look at
Joel
that
Embiid
la-
averaging
Man.
33 points
DeMarcus
right
ain't
now.
never took over like
Joel
Embiid.
Embiid averaging 33
Man,
points
y'all,
right now.
y'all
bro.
are sleeping.
if you are
You are
watching,
sleeping. You are
Please.
asleep.
please comment on what you
Brothers,
just heard.
Well,
Brothers,
hey,
you
no.
are asleep.
Yeah.
my
Boogie
brothers.
Cousins used to get down.
Boogie Cousins
before they
when
Boogie
he was
down.
Boogie Cousins.
Boogie before
when it
they
was
was the
Boogie
ball.
Cousins.
Boogie
Listen,
down.
when they had Boogie Cousins and Boogie went from Sacramento to
I think
New
about
Orleans,
New Orleans.
when he was playing with Rondo, we had a real point
Oh, I should have
guard.
known he was gonna
Okay.
bring this guy up.
All right, yes.
Rondo's number one
That's
fan
right.
of it.
That's right.
Rondo
We
got
had-
nothing to do with
We
this.
had Rondo. We had Rondo playing. That man was a whole twice. He was playing with Rondo in Sacramento. He was a different player.
What was the main reason why the Pelicans was in the playoff though? Not
of-
because of Rondo, right?
Because AD
Okay.
and
You just made it sound like he went out to NO and played with Rondo and
they didn't have a point guard. They needed Rondo, bro. They needed Rondo. Rondo was the chemistry.
Playoff Rondo.
Okay.
Headband
Yeah.
Rondo.
all right.
Headband Rondo.
Headband Rondo, bro. Give my man Rondo some
Why are we
respect.
talking about Rondo?
I don't know, man. That was almost.
Rondo
See
don't
how
do
we
that.
feel?
My bad.
See how
My
we
bad.
feel?
Listen, I know, but
You
listen.
see how we feel now?
I hate the
Trouble?
Celtics, so you know I'm gonna come
I know
back.
you gonna do it.
I
Yeah,
hate-
exactly. You see how we feel?
I hate everything
Rondo,
Celtics, bro. Like,
but you have a point.
And Anthony Walker is the only one I
Talking about Anthony Walker.
I was his fan a little bit.
Why?
But Paul Pierce,
Come on.
there's no way.
Everybody knows.
I don't
that.
even like saying his.
Paul Pierce was a truth.
I don't
man.
like saying his name.
So let's talk about the Eastern Conference, fellas. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
All right. So Eastern Conference wise, surprise, surprise, the Celtics at the top again. Whoop-de-doo. Who knew that? I did. I knew that.
Segue into okay.
Okay.
Of course, right?
I do that.
I'm not
So-
gonna talk about the
That was a
Celtics.
good comeback.
Yeah,
That was a good
Hey,
comeback.
let's talk about the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that's a
real
good
quick.
comeback.
Yeah, but other than that, in the Eastern Conference, a big shock, technically, is how the number, like, let's just say 2 through 8 is just changing hands. You know what I'm saying? We got Milwaukee still, you know what I'm saying, somewhere at the top, especially when Giannis is playing.
And Middleton ain't really been playing like that.
Middleton's been in and out because he's
Just
been
got back last night.
Yeah, he was dealing with his injury, and he's really just getting back underway.
Oh, the night before last.
I
Right.
think they game managing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Miami's still playing like they playing with defense.
Getting it together.
They getting it
Yeah.
together.
It was. Shredding down.
low
but they getting it
key,
together.
low key.
The Magic got a chance.
Where Brooklyn at?
Right.
Brooklyn playing good right
Right.
now.
Yeah,
Kyrie
Brooklyn-
Man, why
carrying
KD got
those
hurt, man?
guys. I know, right?
Hey.
But he'll be back.
Right.
He'll
I was
be
just
back.
about to say
Kyrie,
low
they
key.
beat the
It
Warriors
just beat
without
the
him.
Warriors. Man, the
Yeah.
Warriors. What I say about the Warriors, man?
Listen, man, the Warriors.
Something going on with that team.
Look, no, I'm gonna tell you what's real, and we're gonna talk about that too. Steph Curry just cut his hair. Watch how they get better.
He did.
But while we
Okay.
talking about Eastern Conference, look, the Knicks at 26 and 23, still continuing to play real good ball. Real good
Dope.
ball. I'm impressed by that because I didn't think that they were going to be as good as they were.
Let's keep it real. Y'all remember my man Spider Mitchell dropping 71
Yeah.
with the Cavs?
Yeah.
Huh?
After a lane violation that would have
Oh yeah, that was
not
a horrible,
gave them
yeah. He shouldn't have definitely been able
tie.
to get that rebound.
Right.
That was crazy.
You know, but Spider Mitchell.
Referees, what are y'all doing?
I like to say this.
For real, for real.
Every
What are they
the
doing?
change
What are you
of
looking
the
at?
change of scenery.
Boys be carrying like crazy.
Yeah, the change of scenery is doing everything for Spider Mitchell right now, in my opinion. Low key, one of the teams that's actually not is surprising me in a negative way is the Toronto Raptors down here at 12. I mean,
Yeah, 21 and 27.
They're like
know-
the Lone Star team. It's just like they just there.
they are, but they somehow, some way gonna. I see them always picking up to get in somewhere between like 9, 10, 9, 8, 10. The plane is
Chicago,
always
too.
wide open.
Yeah.
Chicago, surprising us with this
They're
DeMar
achieving.
DeRozan thing, and they seem to be on the verge of making a trade to get either DeMar or
Zach Levine.
Zach LaVine up out of there. And in my
He's under
opinion,
the lake.
yeah, you
We
know what I'm
had
saying. Well, y'all ain't gonna get it now. Y'all got Rui Hachimura.
we have
Hashitashi.
Mr. Brandon Johnson. What people do? It's 2022,
What?
2023.
Right.
What people do is kind of like make email addresses.
Okay.
That's not exactly in their government name.
What is it?
He was like, how do I change my name on here
Oh, okay.
on the chat?
Oh, okay.
Vito.
In the chat. Oh, so shout out to the Sauce, man. Sauce with a dudo.
Vito.
My dog.
That's your email.
And another
address.
surprise, Indiana Pacers, man, they playing pretty good ball.
Really,
too, man.
really,
Tyrese
really good
Halliburton,
ball right now.
Vito.
Big things.
And you know what I'm saying? Like
The GOAT.
the next thing that we want to see, and I'm always going to bring this up, is
Come on, Charlotte.
these bottom rung teams, Pistons, Charlotte, Magic, and in my opinion, out of
bruh.
nowhere, Orlando gotta pick it up. They just had Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac just
Still got hope.
returned.
That's
They
his
talking about
team.
they say Mobamba on the block. They trying to move.
Yeah, they're trying to move
on
Mobamba because I mean they got
Yeah,
like
there's minutes in his
they got
rotation.
9 centers. They
Yeah,
got
a lot of
9
big
centers,
men.
9
Got a lot
power
of big
forwards.
men.
Wow.
I'm dead serious.
I don't know
Their
now.
whole team, Orlando Magic's whole team is over
Bro.
6'8".
Shots fired at the GM.
For real, their whole team 6'8".
What's going on?
Cole Anthony.
And y'all remember, Cole Anthony, right? And what's
Cole
one of
Anthony,
the
man.
what's one of the
Hey,
names
bless,
that
hey,
got
let that
traded
man
from
bless
over there?
somebody else's team, man.
Nah, get
Keep
Cole
the
Anthony.
bench real warm for him.
Y'all remember Jonathan Isaac during the pandemic?
Yeah.
You know, Jonathan Isaac during the pandemic. You know, when everybody was taking a knee, and then he didn't take a knee, and then the next thing you know, the ancestors took his knee. Yeah. So
I forgot about that.
he just made his return, his debut. He looks like he's coming back to rare form because at that time he was right in line to being voted to the All-Star game
It's a
because
lottery pick.
Yeah, he was good. He was actually really good then, but he's just now coming back into form. Sometimes the knees take a year and a half for you to get your stability back, for you to get that spring back in your step, for you to get confident. So shout out to him coming back. You know what I'm saying? Bo's playing amazing, but of course, who's playing defense? I don't know.
Wendell Carter is.
Yeah, Wendell Carter. Paulo Blanchero. Hey.
The as far as the Magic, they give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
They need a couple years.
I see 2 years, man. 2 years on the Magic, bro.
Man, Charlotte, fire y'all coach, whoever y'all hire. Why y'all ain't get Mike D'Antoni? Why y'all ain't just hire Mike D'Antoni? What, bro? I'm messing up balls.
Listen, bro, they got that man out there looking because listen, bro, he is having too much fun in Charlotte. I feel like the LaMelo Ball.
What he want to do now?
LaMelo Ball having too much fun in Charlotte.
With ladies.
Yeah, he doing what he want to do. He ain't Mike. He ain't having like Mike. Listen, I watch a lot of podcasts, bro, and Steven Jackson said straight up and down, Michael Jordan blew them out one time after a loss, came into practice the next day, played on the second team, embarrassed everybody, and dunked on the way out. Michael Jordan might not be able to do that right now, but Michael Jordan needs to address the fact that this team is built to win something, anything.
I heard through the grapevine that he want all UNC players.
Oh man,
it seems like he be drafting a bunch of Duke and UNC guys, but
he does. I mean, he's drafting what they call hometown products.
Drafting the good ones.
He's drafting hometown products, man.
Why?
Oh yeah, because they shoot. They wasn't there. They wasn't.
They get drafted. You're not drafting the good ones.
Yeah, no, because listen,
Mike draft. Who he drafted? What's Buddy? Who's PJ?
What's another GM that was a player that was really good that has a bad eye? John Elway. John Elway has a horrible eye for quarterbacks.
It shouldn't be, but
I feel like Michael Jordan's like
it's a
John
difference
Elway.
for having a bad eye in football
That's
and
right.
basketball. It should be. It's a lot easier to get basketball right in football.
Yeah,
It's
but
certain aspects of the
12
game. You know what I'm
players,
saying?
15 players, 12.
it seems
these
like the
guys
star players.
play offense and defense. It's only 5 players. It's turn positionless. What can they do? Like,
Okay.
bro, can they get?
Do they get along?
Magic,
Good point.
Jordan,
Yeah, another one, Magic.
Isaiah, and Larry Bird.
I don't know
probably
now.
the
Hold on.
most-
Larry
hold
Bird,
on.
we give Larry Bird a little credit.
Magic drafted Brandon Ingram. Magic go get some good players. He'll just let you trade them for some other. You know what I'm saying? Magic. I like Magic.
I like Magic.
Picking players and coaching players,
Two different things.
and at the same time, it seems like every NBA Hall of Famer that, other than probably the exception of Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas, because they actually got to like the finals or the Eastern Conference final, however. But like I say, Magic, yeah, he's in an organization. He has made some great moves,
Right.
which I really feel like they were
Oh, Magic winning in baseball now.
a little bit collective.
Magic,
But-
that's it.
But being a who else? I want to see who else tried coaching for a little while. She was coming to me. But anyway, coaches, Hall of Famers really don't make the best coaches. Like telling them, you are one of the best players ever. You telling somebody, man, all you got to do is, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Man, if it was me,
yeah, all you got to do is this.
I think that's what
It's
Michael
easy.
Jordan did.
Oh no,
It's
Mike!
like, wait,
Mike,
bruh,
Mike
like,
killed. Mike killed that. Everybody said that. Mike killed that for all the first couple years. You know what I'm saying? And when it was the Bobcats, he killed that, man. He killed that. Mike be like, man, come on, man. Let me
got on the court.
He'll get on the
I'm gonna
court.
show you myself.
Right.
I'm getting everybody on the star on
Steven
second
Jackson
team.
said
and all
he
that.
fried them that day. Steven Jackson said Michael was 50-something, put on his shoes and shorts, came from the press box and fried the first team.
And they had a playoff appearance that year.
Right.
That's when they had Okafor and Tyson Chandler.
Gerald
Gerald
Wallace,
Yep.
Steven Jackson,
I went to
and
and
Ty
Miami
Lawson.
Heat that year in the phone.
I'm about to say not Ty Lawson.
Miami
What's the
put 'em
light skinned cat name that was their point guard?
Augustine.
Augustine. They had DJ Augustine.
from Texas.
Yeah, they're like they had a good team, but Michael Jordan came down there and fried them. He said, "I said, God dang!" And he said on the way out, Mike went up for a 2-hand dunk and said, "Practice over."
Yo, well, with all the trash talk, check this out. At what point do you feel like trash talking goes way too far?
I don't know, man. Maybe when you are a spectator and you begin to talk trash to a player on the court.
True story, yo.
Talk to him.
I was a bit upset. This was before Trae Young. I was a bit upset when the Hawks drafted what's your boy's name? Man, it's terrible.
Sheldon
What
Williams?
position?
Shooting guard. Just went to New York and then ended up
The North
Reddish?
Carolina
Cam Reddish. I was furious, man, because I knew he went to Duke. You know, I mean, it was like you know what was
As simple
coming.
as that.
Oh man.
So it was like they were playing the Sixers. No, they were playing the Rockets. I want to say that's the closest seats I ever had to the court ever in my life.
And they can hear you.
Yeah, I was yelling things that I noticed. I forgot who the player was. I think they had Embry at the time still. They, maybe not, but whoever it was, he looked at me because I was right probably 5 rows about away from the bench.
Okay.
So I was like, man, you Duke boy, you trash. I'm tired of you. Don't put him in again. Like anytime I seen him again, I was like, don't put him in again. And somebody looked from the bench and I was like, oh,
That was the reaction.
snap.
That was the reaction the bench had. Yeah.
I'm not that person, yo. My bad. The Duke thing, bro. And I, you know, he kind of looked. Double take was like, bro, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I felt bad. But at what point do you feel the trash talking goes way too far being a spectator? Like you see people that get courtside seats all the time and they just going back and forth. Like the lady that told LeBron to stop crying. Did like this.
She said he was a female dog. Man.
Right. Well, of course you know that, Trevor.
Yeah.
Of course you know.
I think answering your question, that's when it goes too far.
Trevor had the microphone.
You
on
get
the court.
to
provide.
Yeah,
So
your profanity gets to the extreme. Then we turn the heads and like, all right, who said that now?
I'm about to say a good.
And I'm talking back.
A good instance
that's when they get like.
And
that.
I got 2 of them. A good instance was when KD went back to OKC the first time, and they had all of them cupcake. Everything was cupcake. And then the second one I got is I don't know what it is about Russ when he I don't know what it is about Russ when he go to Utah.
Yeah.
But when Russ go to Utah, he points somebody out every time. He like, hey man, hey look.
He like, get your wife.
That guy right there, him in the second row. He got a Bud Light. He just now called me the N word, and him and his wife, and to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Russ don't play that, bro. But
that's somebody you don't try there, bro.
right. So for instance, I don't know if anybody. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, man. One of our favorite sports commentators with the show on the show Undisputed on Fox Sports Network. Our uncle and everybody else's Shannon Sharp also hosts the Club Shay Shay the podcast. Y'all need to check that out. Shannon Sharp is a avid LeBron James fan, not a Lakers fan necessarily, but a LeBron James fan. He goes on LeBron. Thank you, Sweat, for you. I know you like that. As someone who is a huge fan of these sports talk shows in the morning, such as First Take with my uncle Stephen A. Smith. Shannon Sharp goes on there and goes ballistic at the game against the Memphis Grizzlies. And just so happened, I think Uncle Shay Shay might have had a little bit of that Hennessy in that cup, man.
I just saw his podcast. He said he had was Sprite.
He had Sprite.
That was real. That was authentic him.
Did he have Sprite?
He said he just had Sprite.
That one
he said like no
interview he did with
yeah.
he was talking about.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think that's cool though. But
like, he not blaming it on liquor.
So he basically came out and he told Dylan Brooks was guarding LeBron. He told him he was too small to be guarding LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dylan Brooks said supposedly from Shannon, he said F you. Dylan Brooks said F you to Shannon. Shannon said F you.
Yeah.
And that's when it got real.
It got hot.
Hey, newsflash, Dylan Brooks. What you need to do is go on NFL Films
and watch
any bit of Shannon Sharp's Denver highlights.
Even a little bit of that.
Sad to say, I want to say I became a NFL fan probably in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. Watched it since the late 80s. But one thing I seen Shannon Sharp talking more than I seen him playing.
This is true.
Not saying he didn't play well. I'm just saying when they showed Shannon Sharp on NFL films, he was doing a lot of trash talking and not much playing. All I saw him was them biceps on the sidelines. Right. Talking trash. The one thing when he picks up the phone and said, "Mr. President,
we need a National Guard.
We need a National Guard. Like, we're killing them. We're killing them." Like, that dude. And he always flexed when he scored a like. Shannon Sharp was one of them, not most hated, but people did not like all he do is talk. All he do is talk.
Right.
But no.
That's why he doing the perfect thing right now.
This is when they got those parabolic microphones on the sidelines of the NFL games. NFL films. And they would show, and just like Jay is saying, man, Shannon Sharp would goat you into causing your 5-yard penalty. He would done talk to you second down, third down, fourth down. He caught that play. It's somewhere in there, and the next thing you know, you knocking Shannon Sharp after the whistle. Shannon Sharp be like, "See, I got you." One of the big ones I remember, I can't remember who they was playing, but they was like, "Shannon, what'd you say?" And they went to the sideline. He was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Shannon, man, you look your face, you got a horse like a face like a horse." He was like, "Well, your mama said get it up last night," and he got the 10-yard penalty because he slapped Shannon helmet off. He was like, "Yeah, man, I told him, yeah, your mama said get it up last night," and he hit me, and he got 10 yards. That was the funniest one ever. So I don't know if he's in, if Dylan Brooks is in that generation where they got to know about Shannon Sharp. This is an NFL Hall of Famer who technically got a Hall of Fame trash talk game too.
But it was kind of like
he would back it up.
A kind of stirred beef or whatever, because Shannon Sharp was on one of the Undisputed shows, and he was saying they talk too much trash and they haven't accomplished anything.
Oh, you talking about the Memphis Grizzlies?
So the Grizzlies already was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what escalated.
I think that's also why he went to that game in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
Now he be at all the Lakers games.
Yeah, he does. But I think he specifically went to that one because he wanted to see up close and personal.
And he wore their colors.
Right. Yeah.
He wore their colors.
And big shout out to Unc Stylist, man. I don't know if y'all seen that picture of him,
dressing. He had the Dior ones on too. I was like, you about to scrap in the Dior ones?
Yeah,
Dior.
Yeah, and another thing, another side effect, because it's always cause and effect from these events. So first of all, I don't know if y'all know Shannon Sharp is still in shape. I don't know if you really want to fight Shannon Sharp.
Scale.
Right.
Not most of them. I ain't gonna lie.
Steven Adams. Right. Okay. Steven Adams maybe.
Oh yeah, he was.
Right?
Steven Adams ready to go.
That's the enforcer. That's the guy. Like, look, you want to.
I don't think Shay wanted.
Right. But what happened was, it says it's a team. You got to have the captain come. So we seen South Carolina's own John Morant come around the corner. Now old frail John ain't gonna do nothing to Unc though, so it ain't nothing happening. But guess who made a guest appearance on the sideline? Cause
T,
my man Usher looking like T Morant came around there and said, "Hey man, Memphis." That's what they call it. I don't know why they call it Memphis T, but they call it Memphis T. Memphis T come around there, man, with the shades on. He just is his yak. You can't lie about his yak. That man had the yak. He going like this. His yak was everywhere. Okay, he ain't playing. Memphis T came around there and said, "Hey, why we know that?" All of a sudden, they separated him and everything. They took him out. But one of the things that they didn't show that I thought was cool was when they finally came back on the sideline. Uncle Shay Shay and Memphis T hugged it out.
Like grown men do.
And said,
like
man,
grown brothers do.
When we get back in the room,
we can talk and resolve our problems.
Some of that XO Hennessy you got on the Shay Shay show, I need some of that. And he said, man, I got you.
And he apologized on Undisputed.
Yeah, he apologized on Undisputed, and he apologized to Jeannie Buss, the Lakers organization, the Lakers fans, the Memphis Grizzlies fans, like Dylan Brooks. And he even gave Dylan Brooks props.
Of the situation.
By saying, "Hey, I see that he is a fierce competitor.
But
I see how he made it this far."
But did you see the layup he tried to do?
No, I missed it. I missed the layup.
Yeah.
Who? Shannon Sharp tried to do a layup?
Hey, look on YouTube, y'all.
Who? Shannon Sharp?
No.
Dylan Brooks?
Yeah.
Over it.
Oh,
so bad.
So bad. Yeah, no, I missed it. But the big deal is trying to take ownership of the situation. I think that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else might have tried to play it out, tweet it. Yeah. Try to maybe
all
stir
go
up some
overboard sometimes.
The memes are incredible about this though. Like, hey, look.
Oh man, it's a million memes.
Right, come on, man. Like,
especially the album cover.
Yeah, the album cover with the songs on it.
Shout out to Brian for having Uncle Shay
got the
songs.
Yeah, they got the songs. There's like songs like "Down with the King." You know what I'm saying? I forgot. It was a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm all for
You
it.
ain't about that. Like it was a bunch of them, man. So I'm big shouts out to, you know what I'm saying. And I'm sure
Brian had his boy back.
Yeah, and I'm sure that LeBron
365 days, 366 on the leap year.
Yeah, right. He was. LeBron was like, yeah, he's sticking with Shannon Sharp.
And I think they tried to ask him some more. He just walked
honestly
out.
feel like that's the only reason he ain't really get kicked out the game. Because if it was any other person in the world, they would have got kicked out.
Yeah,
That's what Brooks was mad about that.
Jack
Yeah,
Nicholson.
Brooks
He
brought
threw a
that up.
shot. He threw a shot on him. Said he was a
Jack-
regular
yeah.
pedestrian.
Yeah.
Jack has gotten kicked out a couple
Yeah,
times.
Jack can kick out. Yeah,
and,
Jack.
and gets the
Only
loudest
reason he
ovation
ain't
when he
get,
gets kicked
Braun
out.
made sure he didn't get kicked out.
Yeah,
That
no.
was Braun doing. Like,
Yeah,
y'all
LeBron-
better not kick Uncle.
Y'all better not do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though we're gonna see Uncle Shay Shay at a Memphis game.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
Nah, they gonna boo
No.
him. He ain't
Nah, I
going.
just hope-
He ain't
I-
going.
That's not the
honestly-
place to go.
He not-
Nah,
see
I
it.
honestly
He's going
don't
to
want.
They
to
don't
see
fight
them-
over there. They don't fight.
I don't want to see
He
them in the
gonna miss
playoffs against each
Yeah.
other because I think it's going to be real chippy due to the fact that LeBron thinks they talk way too much, and you know
Everybody
that,
think they
that
talk way
was
too
the
much.
exchange. Yeah, but you know even
I
that
like the
exchange
talking, though.
when he said he was tired of it, y'all that's all y'all do is talk. You know,
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Y'all
part
don't never
too.
ball. All y'all do is
Yeah.
talk. So that's always
It was
been
on the
going
court,
on.
too.
That's been going on since like for the last I want to say like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't really want to see them in the playoffs, man, because I already know it's going to get a little bit chippy.
It's
man.
gonna get
And I
hot.
don't
It's
want to
gonna
see
I want to
them-
see that. I like.
6,
I like it's getting a little
6
rowdy.
or 7
Nah,
games with
because
them
I don't
two?
want to see a situation where somebody gets suspended and it affects basically that Golden State
Listen,
situation.
we
So
ain't
you trying to
we
say?
haven't-
So you trying to say
We
that's
ain't-
why we won our championship
We ain't seen a Laker get touched since
again?
Chris Childs.
Why?
Nah.
That is not no guarantee win, bro. Like for real though.
So I said,
So why they ain't won the other two?
I said green. You heard red. That's great.
Why they ain't won the other two?
What are
though?
you saying right now? With
I said we
don't
haven't
know,
seen a
man.
Laker get touched since Chris Childs. Y'all remember Chris Childs, Kobe that time?
Well.
Yeah,
Chill, bro. Don't
But that's when
speak on
they-
Kobe like that
No
again.
disrespect,
Like,
Kobe.
made the
man.
NBA great again.
Yeah.
Hey man, but I think, and just like you say, make the NBA great again. I think one of the things that you know, a lot of people I've been hearing, the cool part is the parity is that right now NBA players are all friends. You know, we get in the AAU circuit. We've been playing ball since we've been 17. I know you. I know your mama. I done seen them. They done bought me some pizza. We friends. Let's dap up. Let's switch shoes. Give me your LeBrons. I give you my LeBrons. Give me your KDs. I give you mine. Let me swap out jerseys. But like the animosity that used to be on the court when teams faced each other, time after time after time after time. Lakers Blazers. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Bulls
still there with
Blazers.
some certain guys.
I mean,
Giannis will dunk on you and call you a baby. And you know what I'm saying, make you upset. DeJounte Murray don't care who he make mad.
yeah, DeJounte Murray's different.
He'll do some things to
Yeah,
you
we
in a
got some
program
dogs.
game or NBA game.
Got
It's
some
some
dogs.
dog. It's coming to
I
a
think
halt
it's cool.
a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But Memphis bringing that
But
dog
Memphis,
back.
but
Yeah,
Memphis,
it
does-
is.
but Memphis historically has done that.
That's
you know what I'm saying? We talking the
Zach
grindhouse.
Randolph. Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph, Tony Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Tony Allen.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
type of
another.
guys.
That was another defensive player.
yeah, that was the one. Tony Allen.
Grind
was the one.
father.
Yeah, right.
Grind.
Tony
father.
Allen. Tony Allen shot some stuff up and went to go play the game the same night. We
You
ain't gonna
came
talk
for
about
your
that, though.
boys, ain't it?
Man, listen. Tony Allen was a G out there in Boston. You understand me? Paul Pierce got stabbed and played a basketball game. Y'all remember that?
No, he didn't.
Ooh.
Like,
He got stabbed up and played a basketball game like
nah,
next to
he
him.
missed.
I
No,
He missed-
no,
he
didn't.
played
got
He missed the
stabbed a
whole
lot of
season,
times,
bro.
bro.
He
got
played them
stabbed
games.
like 6. No, he didn't. He played
It was
that
like
season.
30 times.
He got
I'm
stabbed
being
like
facetious.
30.
Y'all know how it is when I'm old. When you're older, you got to be like,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I used to walk barefoot in the snow 2 miles. You know,
Gotcha.
every year it get worse. You know what I'm saying? You got stabbed 25 times and scored 30 points the next day. That's how it's gonna be by the time we fight at 50. But you know, of course, last but not least, man, does anybody have anything extra we want to throw into the pot for today's trending topic show?
I kind of, as speaking on the same subject, T. Morant, I love it. South Carolina, love that. Your average South Carolina sports dad, black sports dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they can be at your high school game with a cup of yak,
They
you
did.
know what I'm saying? The
They are
beer,
there.
Same thing with
you
happened.
probably have your whole men, all your whole family of men
Yeah.
at your game. But
It's like a bar with no
That's my
drink.
boy.
I love it.
That's my boy.
But at times, I'm kind of like, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just that I kind of like, after the game, just duck on out. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
me personally, I don't I don't need you talking to Rachel Nichols as well every game. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, I'm not saying
the local Memphis newscaster
get a podcast or something.
No, they got like a T Morant clip because you know like when it's local coverage on them games, you know of course they're gonna go talk to Ja. T Morant be in the joints and it is hilarious. Y'all gotta go with that. T Morant be in the best. T Morant,
it's having fun, man. I love it, but at the same time,
that's my boy.
Sometimes, yeah, you know, there's a lot of famous parents, man, that don't get necessarily not in the camera all the time. Right. You know what I mean? With that, you know, he's having fun, man. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? Your son, you would be right there every time he scored.
Time
you probably
of a lifetime.
Probably run over across the court to the camera like, yo, y'all saw that? That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's you know, sometimes I think you need to like just let the son do what he do.
Let him do what he do.
Back.
I'm gonna sit back and drink the yak. Shout out to my son Kyrie.
Like Kevin Durant's mom talked a lot of trash. I remember that exchange between her and PJ Tucker.
Oh yeah.
And you know they was going at it.
Shoot, KD mom came for Stephen A. Smith on live TV.
He came back down the court and was like, "I love you, mama," and she was like, "I love you too." And they just smiled, and you know that exchange. It's like nothing wrong with it, but you know, as far as the parents, just chill out. Let you.
The NBA needed a little drama though. It was a little too clean.
I don't need dads out there fighting because what if Lonzo Ball, and T, you know what I'm saying, Morant sitting out there and, you know, not saying those two specifically.
I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see those two dads fight.
Wow. They should have a basketball game because Lonzo Ball, senior ball and T actually play. But it's almost like last year with, what's my man name? You know, T Morant and, play for the Timberwolves.
Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns' dad.
Oh, that did.
And his
but they were joking. They were joking.
They had a bet, right?
They had a bet. They had a bet though. They was joking. No, it was clean fun. They was clean fun with them. But they had the jersey swap. You know, depending on who won the game. Dope. I thought that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Two fathers, two black fathers. Because of course, like we mentioned earlier when we were talking about Coach Prime and stuff like that, it's very rare that you see African American fathers in their sons' lives.
Exactly.
You know,
a lot of them aren't around to be there.
So. To the point where they are successful. You know what I mean? But like, shoot, I ain't gonna lie. You know, if I started from the get go, my son get there, I'm liable to be tipsy on the sideline too. That's a lot of work I miss, son. I miss work coming to the games, them AAU games. But now you famous, so I don't got to go to work.
Right.
I
was cutting hair in his
right. Yeah, that's right.
His respective situation.
Right.
T Morant was a well-known barber.
Right, cutting the boys' hair, cooking barbecue for him.
Yep. So yeah.
Basketball court outside his backyard, all the homies get to play. Like that was a real big chronicle thing for Ja Morant coming into the league. I do remember that.
What's your last words?
I don't know, man.
Hey man, I think no, you know, I think that was just another man, that's Shannon Sharp being Shannon Sharp. It was just he's used to the big lights. He felt comfortable to say what he had to say. That he's comfortable in his own skin doing what he does, which is talking trash.
And he been doing it since.
Like I said, anybody born after a certain year, if you did not watch the Denver Broncos when they wore the old school jerseys,
the orange,
you know what I'm saying?
with the D on it,
with the D and the horse, breathing the smoke and whatnot. Like Google him, Google Shannon Sharp talking trash in Denver or whatever.
There's a lot of it too. There's a lot of trash talking. It's a lot of trash. Look at him. See, we can't even talk about hot dogs no more in America.
You're going far. You're not too far.
Like we said, glizzy glad. We can't even talk about that stuff in America no more. Look at us, people. But Jay has a big point, man. You know, look at how Shannon Sharp came, and not only did he make the situation worse, but he made it better by manning up. So my final word is man up. God dog it. If you did it,
man up.
Suck it up and say, hey, look, I did it. You know, I was saying, and I'm sorry. So in 2023, guess what? I'm sorry too, but I'm gonna make it better. I guarantee you that.
Joe, you got some words?
What you gotta say, Joe?
Ain't really. I'm just ready for these NFL playoffs, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? USFL coming soon.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Maulers changing their colors to that yellow and the black. Pittsburgh Maulers, what's happening? The new colors. Yeah, everything in Pittsburgh is black and yellow.
Yeah.
So the mall is
only
changed.
right.
Their
XFL
colors to
coming
black
too
and
though.
yellow.
XFL coming too. Martavis Bryant, remember him?
Oh,
He playing for Vegas, I believe. The Vegas team. Yeah, Vegas team.
that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how that
get a little football around the clock.
Yep,
You know what I'm
in USFL
Couple guys
second
gonna get some
season,
opportunities in
a
NFL.
lot of guys gonna get to opportunities. A lot of guys, and Martavis Bryant, he is one of them. I swear, if we had Martavis Bryant somewhere on the Steelers roster, we would be a whole nother team. But we ain't gonna go there right now. What you got on your last word?
Well, my last words, I'm proud of my Jaguars, man. You know what I'm saying? I was sad when we lost, but the next day I was running into people, I had my hat on. It was like, hey man, I really thought y'all had a chance to win that. So it felt good to actually hear people say stuff like that other than, oh yeah, y'all suck. Y'all was supposed to lose anyway.
Show me the license plate.
Feel good about that. Oh, they already seen that. I can't throw that up right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But good show, man. Trending topics, man. Y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we do now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna do this again next week. Full show. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. We'll be back again, man. It's your boy T Sweat.
Back.
Jay on the MIC.
Back.
Coach Joey.
Back.
And your boy K-Whit, man.
Yeah.
I'll be back next week. Holla at your boy.